Don't even look at this, dude. You couldn't open that even if you fucking tried, dude.
Everyone hates you.
Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Oh, I'm gonna reach the door. You can't because you're so tiny. You're so tiny.
Fresh.
Dude, that
refreshing
hurt my
taste.
feelings.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Okay, we're working on our G Fuel sponsorship, not our LaCroix.
Oh,
Hey,
shout
yeah,
out!
I'm working on it.
Shout out to
having
all
it.
new
Working
carbonated
on the
G Fuel,
weekend like usual.
sponsored by LaCroix.
Yo, what is up?
What's
Welcome
up?
back to the Yard, episode 11.
Why
Oh,
you
maybe
guys
it's
shout
9
the
again.
Episode out?
Maybe it's just 9 again.
We
you
lost
know?
I
last
remember
time.
now.
Welcome, Yardigans. It's me, Pablo, the bear.
You are wearing my sponsored
What?
clothes that I got from Taco Bell.
So
Wait, you have a Taco Bell sponsorship?
I had one
he
for a
had
day.
one over the weekend.
You know what's funny? Someone posted a clip. I didn't show it on stream because it was a little hot, but it's a year and a half ago, us doing a You Laugh, You Lose. Someone just put in a Taco Bell ad, and we berated Taco Bell. We
No.
specifically named, we said, fuck you, Taco Bell. We named multiple competitors
remember this.
and
Yeah.
said, try Chipotle, try
Yeah,
McDonald's.
we did do that.
We did all of this in a direct contrast to them like posting the ad, thinking it was like their marketing team trying to make, quick buck.
They did it, yeah. Well, no, was it Taco Bell ad or was
It
it?
was.
Was it the?
I watched the clip.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's disparaging.
No, because there's a YLYL where it's like a Taco Bell. No, it's Progressive maybe.
Maybe.
And it's basically cut with the wire where someone goes and shoots
Oh,
somebody in
yeah.
a car.
Yeah.
No, this was literally just a Taco
it was
Bell
just
ad,
Taco, and we shat all
and
over
we
it.
shat on Taco
Yeah.
Bell, and they didn't see that.
We
They're-
shill on
that
our
kinda
own
rules.
time, not yours.
Well,
And we'll wear your leggings now. These are for girls, and I like them because they're
we
soft.
should put it in the video because I think it's really funny. But we should bless God that didn't come out because no shot they would have accepted me as a sponsor.
Really?
You don't think so?
Oh, it's bad.
If anything,
Well,
It's
it's in the
bad.
past.
if anything, that's better marketing.
It's
And
bygones.
And I do hate brands, but what I hate more is not knowing where to buy and trade cryptocurrency. Shout out to Coinbase
Coinbase.
for supporting the Yard.
More about that later. But boys, we haven't seen each other all week.
We've
look
been
at-
apart, except for me
there's-
and Aiden.
So when they're made for women, there's no seam.
You're still
Why?
on there.
Why are
no,
you
we moved
still
on
on
from
this?
that.
Moved
But
on to the whole.
Moved on
They
from
gave
that.
you women's Taco Bell leggings.
Dude,
Yeah.
they gave me like youth small for everything. I looked like a clown. I don't know what they
You're
thought.
ready for Betty Bye time.
I looked like Winnie the Pooh with the shirt they gave me because it
Aw.
didn't fit all the way. My tummy was poking out.
Yeah, that's why you
That's what
look
they
like
wanted.
Winnie the Pooh.
You know
I
the
dropped.
old,
Hey,
you
hearts
know-
in chat for Ludwig. I dropped 10 pounds.
Let's fucking
190?
go.
I'm 190. I think I would have been 189 because I was 190.5 today, butt naked. No one was home, and then I pooped.
Oh,
But I didn't weigh myself, and I ate before I remembered.
That's cheating.
shit. You replenished the
Yeah,
poop
you
meter.
put the poop back
Yeah.
in your body.
If you weigh yourself in the morning right after pooping, never skinnier.
You need to expel all of your fluids.
Yeah.
You need a nut on the wall, shit
Why
on the wall.
Why would you?
Why
not
on the wall?
on
Why is
the
it
Yeah,
none
none
on
of
the
that
wall?
Spit in a
Do you think
bucket.
you lose weight
In the
if
bucket?
you come?
Wait, what?
Like, do you lose weight if you come?
I mean,
It's weight.
on a literal level.
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
you lose some weight.
Yes, of course.
so I could drop to
leaving your body.
189 if I just keep coming.
You're trying to crank one out, and
You also
then-
gain weight when you create cum, so you might. It's a really small window.
He's
No, I don't
already
think so.
naked when he weighs
Yeah,
himself,
certainly,
so
right?
he's
No,
most
because
of the way
everything's
there.
in you. You don't like generate power like Goku. Where does it come from?
Maybe
It
you
comes
don't.
From the
It only comes from fluids you drink.
Nick
and
just
fluids
does
you eat.
this and cum just makes his balls
I go-
swell up.
If I piss,
balloon.
shit, and cum, I'm gonna drop 5 pounds.
All right, we got
And
our.
that's the trifecta.
Yeah, we
ladies
got
and gentlemen.
the yard. If you're
New
playing yard
record.
bingo at home.
Hey!
Yeah, yard bingo.
Yeah,
you
the
hit
bingo
your
card
free
is
square.
full
Yeah.
right now.
The free square is just piss, shit, and cum.
Cum is the free square.
Well, it's
because
all
it's
three.
guaranteed to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. And then it's like sponsored by Coinbase on the
Yeah.
top of the
The
card.
top of my subreddit was like Ludwig viewer, and it was like they're like smiling and all happy, and then it's like the yard experience, and then it's the image of you during the Coinbase commercials, an old man farting, and it's like piss, shit, cum, and it's me horrified because it's just so jarringly different, or maybe not different, but aggressive.
Ludwig After Dark.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them. It's like Ninja After Dark, but instead of just saying fucky wucky and then doing the same thing, it's actually a step
Does
farther.
Ninja say fucky wucky? What?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says, you tanked the fucky wucky spell in Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
You thought his
Right.
braless wife
Well,
was for the daytime.
you not remember
children?
this?
No,
Yeah, and then his
Aiden.
braless wife comes in and she's just
Yeah.
flopping
During
him
the
around.
during the day, he says, "My wife
Don't
in
talk
armor."
about Jessica that way,
Shit,
dude.
I'm
Peak
kidding.
Ninja, he streamed like 8 hours a day, but then he'd stream at night sometimes, and he'd
Yeah.
call it after dark, and he would just swear. That's the only difference.
Oh, really?
Nothing changed. He would just say swear words.
Adult Swim.
That's like when
Ninja.
you accidentally wake up at 2 a.m. as a kid and like Roseanne is on, and you're like,
Dude.
Yeah, I watch Nick at
You ever
Night.
watch HBO, fall asleep watching some movie, and wake up to softcore porn?
no,
No,
what?
I would
No.
go to sleep after watching softcore porn.
as a kid.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
like basically,
don't
my,
act like you're a
my
fucking
dad-
physical weapon.
No. My
he
dad
looks at
had
the porn, he
HBO.
goes, "Nah, I'm saving it for real life."
What I meant, my dad had HBO, and this was before I learned how to beat off.
Yeah.
And I was like 8 or 9.
Teen.
It was the same summer that I. Very nice. It was the same summer that American Pie came out, and I believe that Ocarina of Time came out. Because
two very similar
You are
pieces
so
of media.
old.
So I couldn't decide what to beat off to.
so
There's like that hot hammerhead shark girl in Ocarina
yeah,
of
the
Time.
Goron who makes your sword, his head looks kind of like
You guys
a
are
pussy.
attracted to different creatures in that game, to be clear. He's talking about someone very different than you.
I'm on the Epona wave.
And either way, I'm staying at my dad's place. He watches me for the summer, and he basically, it was this like small studio apartment, and I would go and take a shit in the bathroom. And one day I looked inside of the drawer.
You said it like a ritual, and I would go and take a shit in the bathroom as I always did.
Yeah, because it's like sometimes you don't. And,
Yeah.
Tell me about it, brother.
and so I opened the drawer right next to the toilet, and it's full of like nudie mags. He had Hustlers and Playboys. And so this is what my dad beat his shit to. And I was again 8 or 9. It was the summer American Pie came out. And I'm like, I would go in the bathroom and I would just be in there for like an hour.
Mhm.
Like pretending I was pooping, and I would just be looking at nude magazines. And
Like a fucking highlights magazine.
this is like it's like, no, it was a 1-bedroom apartment. Like he knows I'm in there,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
He's like watching TV, watching sports and stuff, and I'm just like in the bathroom for an hour, completely silent.
Wow.
With
The market. Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Hey, Dad, did you see the NASDAQ on these titties?
The shit in Gaza, that shit's crazy.
Want to know
Dad,
something
you should read
similar that I did? It was so. This is actually funny. My dad died, and then
Oh, boy, now that's crazy. What's that?
it's my new dance move.
Wait,
of
that's a dance
alcoholism.
So
Glug,
Andrew
glug, glug,
just
glug.
shouts it from the bottom.
Sponsored by Michelob Ultra.
How did he die?
how alcoholic was he? After he died,
Oh,
my
man.
mom didn't touch his shit for like years, right? And he died when I was 10. I was like 15, I think. And then one day, my mom wasn't home because she worked teacher, and she worked farther away, so I'd be home for like 45 minutes by myself. And I was snooping around his shit, and I found like this cool Donald Duck book in his dresser because she never touched it. And I found condoms.
You know, the combo.
And this
the
is
cool
crazy.
Donald Duck book to the
This was
condoms.
the first condom I ever used, not to have sex because it was well expired, but to try.
that was the
that's
reason.
why-
That was the
bro.
reason.
No, it's literally said expired. Like
But
2
there
years
are-
ago.
Yeah,
but
but
there
that
are
was
all
the
these
reason you
women.
weren't using it to.
No,
there are all
like,
these
you were
women.
having
No, yeah,
so
no.
many
No,
sexual
I could've
experiences back
Dude, I
then.
No, I
would have
could've-
slayed
I
like a
would've-
fucking field.
If it
bro.
wasn't expired, I had like women lined up.
Yeah.
The question was how many condoms do I
I
got,
love
not how many
imagining
women do I got.
Ludwig as a kid, and he's like, "Oh, sweet, a condom. Ah, it's expired. Shit,
Expired.
better not use this
Sorry.
one."
I went
Sorry,
through
Judy.
5 condoms trying to figure out how they work.
what? How did you put them on?
Well, the first
I don't
two,
know, I
the
was just
first
trying
two
to
he
figure
thought
it
were
out.
gloves, and then he didn't really see how that could
Yeah.
work. He ate one,
Unreal.
not the right way.
It's not an easy thing to figure out as a docile teenager.
Well, did you
It
not
is.
learn like the videos?
There's instructions, aren't there?
Wait,
on the
wait.
thing?
Your dad had condoms.
Yeah,
Was your dad fucking cheating on your mom, dude?
he was fucking my mom.
Whoa,
With condoms?
that's so
With
cool.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if you don't want a kid,
Feel like you accidentally unearthed a dark secret in your family line.
I think a condom in a dresser next to my
How
bed.
long ago did it
is-
expire?
Yeah.
Was it
When
in the
was it?
80s or was it last week?
I don't remember.
Mm.
Text your sister.
This
She's
is
older
not
than
an you're making it weird like you
She's-
do sometimes because you love to make shit weird. But this is just normal condoms in a dresser.
We need to get to the bottom of this, frankly.
Well, I have a confession. Me,
Yeah.
me and your father were having sex.
I'm just farming.
That would be such a felony.
I'm farming the YouTube title.
So your dad was also a pedophile.
Do you think that's a good YouTube title?
Ludwig's dad was cheating
This
on
is
his
like
mom.
a Jerry Springer episode, not a YouTube title. You got 0 brains for YouTube.
Wait, Jerry Springer's popular, or was?
Yeah.
Jerry Springer was YouTube first, before YouTube.
All right, Boomer.
happened.
All right, Boomer.
Jerry Springer.
What?
Yardigans.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I'm the-
Speaking of yardigans,
I'm the bear.
I haven't chatted with you guys about this. You guys went off to an adventure this weekend together. Was it romantic?
No.
Okay.
What?
Well, that was a quick no.
I was gonna say no.
Oh.
I would
also-
hope. I'm
'cause
glad
it-
we agree. I'm glad we agree.
It'd be
I
weird
went
if
to
you
bed
said
early
yes.
every night.
Oh my God, Aiden was a fucking old man the whole
Yeah.
trip. He's like, all right, 9 p.m. time to go to the room and sleep.
I like how you think of Aiden checking his watch. Like
He's got an inside watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
inside-
the cringiest
Dude,
yeah.
watch, the
Dude,
inside
you have
watch.
an inside watch.
No, but it's quicker because this is natural.
Yeah.
100%.
And you
Good
make fun
point.
of him for it, and then he's like, yeah. And then like later on, alone, he starts thinking, he's like, should I have it on the other?
That's what he does. It's what he does unironically with his phone case.
Yeah,
Where
Oh
it's
my
his phone
God.
case is just an actual book.
and it says book on the spine.
Yeah.
I'm nude right now.
Ooh.
You are nude. You've changed.
But yeah, Riptide Smash tournament in Ohio was full of adventures. So many viewers of the yard, way more than I expected.
Best interaction, worst interaction?
Best
Hey,
interaction.
rate every fan on a scale.
And
All right.
name them and then tell
Yep.
us if they're Apache.
Yeah.
Got it. A lot of them, almost everyone I met mentioned like being in the Patreon or like bonus shows.
A lot of
So
people talked about
a
being
lot
in
of them were
Discord.
Pachies. Are Yardigans our Patreon viewers or are all of our viewers?
Yardigans are those who subscribe to the philosophy of the yard.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Right.
Just
It's
yard
more of a
watchers,
mental thing.
listeners.
No, they don't
Um,
have to watch even.
Did you
There-
guys? Speaking of which, did you guys
The
see that
Unwoken yard
that
yardiners.
piece of art that they drew us all as yardigans?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was fire.
Backyardigans?
Shout out.
Yeah.
I didn't
That was
see
And
pretty
they
fire.
drew it with
Killer.
like the person next to you, so it was like me and
Yeah.
Uniqua.
Yeah, it was tight.
There was one person I met who a phenomena that I experienced many times was like I'd be playing Melee with someone who I didn't know was a yard listener, and then like right when I was like about to leave the setup, they would tell me. But this person, I was playing with him for a while, and then they just naturally brought it up while we were playing, and he was like, I don't remember his name, but he was like,
I'm just trying to imagine how they naturally brought it up. Like, damn, that combo is good. But you're episode 9?
with the combo
Better.
of 8 into 9.
when he's like playing, he's like, oh man, that was a 6-0 to death. Shingle boy! Shingle boy!
There
He
was
says, that was sick. Let me call
To
the
all their
police.
credit, to all their credit, not one shingles joke was
no,
made
there
to
was
my
one.
face.
There was one.
Not to my face.
Not to your face.
He was drunk as shit. It was kind of to his face.
Shit.
He was yelling at someone like on the stage, and then someone said like, "Don't touch him. He has shingles." And then Aiden went over and lifted up his shirt and said, "It's gone."
Do you remember this?
And then
Oh, I do
he
remember
grabbed
doing
his
that.
face and brought
I
it
do
in.
remember.
And he
I
said,
remember,
you won't get shingles.
I remember lifting up my shirt and being like, "It's not there anymore." I was fucked up.
What's
that
funny
day.
is if you
He was
pull
the
up your
real him.
shirt, there's still a mark.
It is still there.
yeah, no, it's not shingles.
That's-
It's just a mark.
It's just a
Are you
From
ready?
shingles.
Are you
Battle
ready to
scar.
lick it?
It's from.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't.
Hell no, I wouldn't lick that shit.
You wouldn't like it. It's been gone for months.
I'll lick your shingles.
Huh?
I'll lick it.
You'll
Do-
lick.
do it
I
right
lick
now.
my
Isn't
Do it
shingles.
right now.
shingles
Do
of
it
the
right now.
throat
Don't just say
much
that.
worse?
Don't just
yeah,
say
do
that.
it. Do it. Do it.
Go on.
Do it.
Oh,
Do it. I'm the one that kissed you yesterday. You didn't kiss.
open the camera. Open the camera. All right, for the audio listeners, Slime is getting up. His tongue is moving in. Here comes the airplane.
It's just like a small mark.
I'm actually scared.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm just thinking like I have a fucking back injury right now. It's actually why I didn't go. And it's like my life sucks.
I've had a cold for a
no,
week.
no. And like
I'm not wearing my skate
My
shoes.
life already
I can't
sucks.
kickflip in these.
My
Because-
mom said I had to be home soon.
because
Yeah.
I'm like half a person.
I
and if
really want to
get,
play
like,
spin the bottle, but like I have to go home. My mom's texting me I'm in trouble, so.
And if I get like Aiden's brain shingles because I licked it,
Brain
then
shingles.
you know what? I don't want to go
Shingles
for
too.
it.
Yeah. So Aiden got roasted by that guy, which was pretty funny.
Uh-huh.
But the guy I was playing with, we were not talking about anything remotely similar to this. But then he brought up the yard, and he was like, "Yeah, my girlfriend is like in love with slime." And I was like, "That's funny." Like, yeah, like blah blah blah. And he's like, "No, like my girlfriend's in love with slime." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Slime is my girlfriend's celebrity one time."
So
And I said, "What?" And then he goes, he's like laughing. He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "My
What?
girlfriend wants to fuck slime."
Dude, okay, if your girlfriend brings up slime, that's too I'm not gonna
Dude.
say realistic, but it's like too human of a human. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
it is. You have to be so far down the barrel of celebrity one times for this niche
She
internet
might
micro
as well have said
celebrity.
like the barista at Starbucks.
He even went as far to say and she went out. She goes out of her way to say how she doesn't find like Ludwig to be handsome, but she like loves slime.
I'm fine with that, by the way.
What about,
I'm
did she say
unaffected by
anything
that.
about me?
So
Did she
I
say
say
anything
what naturally any of us would
about me?
say. I say,
What does your mom think about me?
I say your girlfriend doesn't exist. She's not real. And he goes, bet, and he calls her, and I speak to her.
no fucking way.
So I'm talking to his girlfriend on the phone, and I'm like, hello, and it's sounds like a girl, and she's like, hi, and I'm like, so is everything that I've heard true? She's like laughing, and she's like, yes, and I'm like, that's insane. I'm like, how's your night been going? She's like, good. She's like, how's yours? And I'm like, it was all right until now.
She's making like a jigsaw trap.
And so I'm like, well, it's very nice meeting you. You're crazy, but that's it. I hung up, and then he's just laughing his ass off, and I'm like,
it's crazy.
I'm like, have you reevaluated things?
What? Okay, so
Or-
you messaged me. It was Saturday. This guy I'm playing Melee with, his girlfriend wants to make love to you. He told me this. And I just replied, like a half hour later, damn, that is super weird and cringe.
Yeah.
And then he said, yeah, I don't know. He told me you are her celebrity one time. And I said, LMFAO, Jesus Christ. The bottom of the one-time barrel. So what did this guy look like?
Totally normal. Totally normal, cool looking dude, very nice, very fun to play Melee with. He played Luigi, so that is important.
I mean, I've met
That's
cool
so
Luigi
important.
players.
Huge
Yeah.
red flag.
There are some cool Luigi players.
But he said he was trying.
Name one.
Mikey.
Nice, good
Luigi
one.
Kid.
He was trying to switch to Falco, so he played Falco for half the time. He's like, I'm trying to play this.
Trying
instead.
so his girlfriend doesn't fucking leave him for slime.
Yeah. He's
I
like,
can laser. I can double laser.
he's like, my girlfriend really wants me to play like Falcon and Falco, so I'm picking
This
them
one's
up.
going to shave my head. So weird.
yeah, that's nuts.
That
I
was
don't
my
think
favorite
I
interaction.
should count as a celebrity one-time pass.
Wait, why?
What?
Is that crazy to say?
What are
do
you talking
mean?
about? What does that mean?
Like I think a celebrity one-time pass should be like a human who is so impossible to
Oh,
speak
you're
to.
saying it should be like
There's
George
some
Clooney. It should
Yeah,
be.
it should be like
I
an
thought you were saying
unattainable.
he should count, but you shouldn't.
No, I'm saying like like we are too real of humans.
No, you are no.
You have an M on
You have
Twitter.
an M, you stupid fuck.
You're in
are-
the M club.
You are impossible for
What?
people to reach and acquire.
What does that mean?
You're
Don't do that.
You're
Don't
so
do that.
stupid.
Don't do this.
So to
like
all my
you haven't said the
one-timers out
exact same
there?
shit.
What's up,
Dude, if Ludwig
What's up, dude?
if Ludwig was actually an actor, like a movie star, he'd be like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just like a guy, you know? And I don't think that I should be a celebrity one time. Like you are in your
okay,
own
you
bubble,
guys
and you're
are-
just like, this is the world. That's how the
you guys
world
are making
is.
me feel great, but I'm also like an F-lister
Yeah, but
In what world?
in the world.
In the world of celebrities?
oh, what about
Yes.
Disneyland? You go to Disneyland and it's a fucking
Don't do that to
fiesta.
yourself. You're a C-lister.
No shot.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
See, okay. What is Ninja? Is he an A-list?
Not anymore.
No, Ninja's.
He's not
fallen
feeling.
down. He's fallen down.
Yeah, but he is way more popular.
What about Pewds?
Yeah, what about PewDiePie?
Hughes is.
He's not
B.
A.
He's like B.
He's B.
He's not a.
He's
Okay.
B.
There is a problem with the way we are scaling and measuring notoriety, okay? We're looking at this in the world view.
Where is Justin Long?
He's like a A-list celebrity.
He's A?
No, not anymore.
You think-
Yeah,
It's a
'cause
scale that changes.
That's true.
I bet more people want to fuck PewDiePie than Justin Long.
No, because more people know who Justin Long is.
I
than
don't know.
they
That
that's
I
true.
don't
No,
think
not
that's
true.
true.
Not
No,
true.
that's true.
Dead ass.
Dude, he was in movies.
It's
I know,
yeah, but
but
PewDiePie
I would-
was
I
like
would-
a meme and the biggest guy on
PewDiePie's been around
YouTube.
for a decade.
I would
He has
quicker-
110 million subscribers.
I would quicker entertain the argument that more people have like seen him and could recognize
Wait,
him, but people don't know his
we
name.
can figure
and,
this
like,
out.
Justin Long was in movies.
Hold up, Zipper.
Yeah.
Google Trends, Justin Long, PewDiePie,
Right now.
2004 to current. And it'll show you their averages and their spikes, and you'll see who had the higher spike,
PewDiePie's gonna
who's
blow
the
him out of
more
the water.
Google
PewDiePie's gonna
search.
blow
Who
him
is
out of water.
researching
My
Justin
mom
Long?
knows who PewDiePie is. She does not know who Justin Long is.
No, but if she saw a picture of him, she'd be like, oh,
Yeah,
him.
it'd be like one of
Justin
those
Long-
people.
No, but that's the
Oh,
whole.
that
You
guy.
have to know who they are for them to be your celebrity crush that you want to
And
fuck.
make sure
is
it's
that,
the
is that
topic.
true?
Yeah.
Dude, it's not close.
Hey, but that one spike though.
Yeah, there was
What
that.
is
Justin,
this?
What year was that? What year is
this,
that?
So
August of
This is
2012.
Looper.
2004.
This is when he was in Looper.
We're looking at the trends on Google from 2004 to present. Justin Long had one spike in 2012. And then PewDiePie has demolished him since. Although the PewDiePie's fallen off.
I mean, how he has.
Yeah.
Does he make videos still? I guess it's
he
hard.
does,
Like
yeah.
if you watch PewDiePie as a 13-year-old and then you become a 23-year-old, what are you watching? Not Piz?
I think he's self-proclaimed retired because he like doesn't daily upload. Like he'll upload less frequently.
What happens when your viewers get
Instead
older?
of
Ludwig?
government proclaimed
They get
retired.
older. They watch The Yard.
They watch it. Oh, we're the graduation?
Oh, shit.
Dude, we're the college to your baby preschool.
We need a third project so that when they're like really old, they got something.
Yeah, it's just Aimen giving them prostate exams. They're fucking boomers.
Yeah.
or like some sort of investment like class. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do like a Ty Lopez.
I've been watching a lot
Yeah.
of Vice News lately. We could like talk about that.
Yeah, you go to bed at
Exposés?
8:30 and you watch Vice News.
And
What
you have
happened to
your
you?
boomer glasses on.
Yeah.
You're different now.
I was talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, I woke up at 6 a.m. and I went to the grocery store. I made myself some breakfast, made myself some coffee.
Yeah.
I've already had a few cups. I'm
I
good
watched
today."
a whole documentary about the financial crisis this morning.
You could just watch The Big Short.
What did
Again.
what happened in Ohio?
Ben,
What changed?
Ben Bernanke has a lot of interesting things to say,
Okay.
and you don't take me seriously.
You watched like one Sigma grind set video. You're a different human.
I do feel like you're very impressionable. Aimen, when the Bo Burnham special came out, he changed his tag on Slippy to a reference from that special.
Yeah.
And then changed it like back, like really fast.
And then sometimes he would just sit in his room by himself playing the xylophone quietly.
Aimen's the kind of guy who watched a breakdance movie and he's just like, I could do
He
it.
starts shuffling with the long pants.
Yeah, he's like, I could try it out.
Circling back, there wasn't really any lowlights of Riptide that I remember.
No bad experiences?
I didn't have any fan experiences that were bad that I can remember. A really positive experience that we had was on the last day. We didn't realize that because we live in LA that in Sandusky, Ohio, you can't just get an Uber.
Okay, but there was more to it. We slowly discovered this. There is not.
Aimen was
not
about to
any
get
Ubers
this run.
in Sandusky. There is a woman who runs an Uber cartel.
yeah, yeah.
Who controls all the Ubers in Sandusky.
Yeah.
And she will find out she has some sort of app, like a third-party app, where she tracks other drivers. So when new people join Uber to drive in the Sandusky area, she finds them in an area where they're waiting to go talk to them. And then she introduces herself as like the Uber pimp of Sandusky.
Yeah.
And you have to join her like posse of Uber drivers so that she can control like the market and the times that everybody works at.
What?
And this guy comes up to us. This is after we get a ride to the airport. This guy comes up to us. He's like,
Spoiler
"Are
story.
you guys still looking for a ride?" And we're like, "No, we kind of like figured something out." And he's like, "Well, if you need one, you can call this phone number. I don't know if you guys know about like the lore." And she, instead of calling an Uber on the app, you call this woman on a phone, and then she rallies one of her Uber whores.
Is it through because she just runs a taxi service.
It's
but
not through the app.
Is it through Uber? Okay. She just runs a taxi business.
But using the Uber drivers.
Yes.
So when you go on the app like we did, there's no drivers.
She
We
forces-
could not get an
and
Uber.
then they load in through Uber. It sounds like.
I
So,
guess
like,
so that Uber doesn't get their cut. Is
so
that why?
nobody's searching as a driver on Uber until she gives the okay. And this is happening in
Wow.
Sandusky, Ohio.
Yeah, so me and
Dude.
Aiden are trying to leave Sandusky, Ohio. And I go, "Oh, well, I'll just check Uber." Open Uber, no cars available. I've literally never seen it say that unless it's 4 a.m. like in the desert.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'll just do Lyft." Go to Lyft, no cars available. And I'm like, "Holy shit, they have a stranglehold on the fucking market." So we go to the lobby because there's like shuttles that are leaving from the main lobby to the airport. And we're like, "What time does the shuttle leave?" And it was like way too late for us, and we didn't purchase it. It was this whole thing. We weren't gonna make our flight on time, so we're like, "Fuck, what do we do?" And we call all the people at the event that we personally knew, like our friends, and we were like, "Anyone have a car? Wouldn't take us." No one could. They already left. Whatever. So I was like, "Are we here? Are we there yet? Can I make a tweet and solve this problem? Are we clouded
Dude,
like this?"
Dude, I have been there since like the first slime video came out. It's not hard at a Smash tournament to be like,
Look,
hey, I
well,
need
me
a
and
ride.
Aiden don't have experience with
Yeah,
this thing.
this is
It's
new.
it's baby's first ride to the
so
airport.
so I tweet out, "Can someone give me and Aiden a ride to the airport?" And before the tweet says 1 minute posted, a guy replied, "I'll take you." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Shout out to Zane, and also shout out to
I love his Martha.
He
Yeah.
showed up.
It was,
also shout out to Tiavis, who was also in
I
the
love
car,
his tea.
and
Dane, Jake,
Kobali. That was their
Jacob.
guy's name.
Oh, the tags.
Uh, Tiavis, one of my Twitch viewers.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
No, he was great.
No, he's annoying.
Well, I met him. He was great.
Shit.
Well, I liked him, and he gave us a ride to the airport, and it was super fucking clutch.
Dude, I'm still blown away about this woman. What's her name?
No, don't say it. Don't say it. We will get our legs cut off by a chainsaw.
Dude, I would love to see like a Vice documentary on this.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Hype.
Yeah,
like the stranglehold on Uber in small cities. I think I'm rooting for her over Uber. Although it sounded inconvenient for this one specific event.
It kind of because if we don't have the number.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know.
If you're a local, I think it probably is better because I imagine they can just cut Uber's piece of the pie and then not charge exorbitantly.
Yeah, dude, there is a thing that happens with like services that will provide a platform to find other people to buy and sell services, and you can undercut it by just like not using it.
Yeah.
And it's I think a really big problem, but these people have taken it to the extreme and have probably ended up chopping the heads off of other cab drivers.
Yeah.
I think that's hype.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Show your work.
No, I don't have to. Cutting off heads is hype.
Yeah.
She's walking around finding Uber drivers, and they're like expecting to pick someone up, and then she emerges from the shadows. She's like a 45-year-old
Yeah, but what if she's like taking so much of the pie? What if these people are like, what if they're in trouble, Ludwig?
Are you saying what if this woman is more unethical than Uber? There's no shot. Uber has spent $100 million for the state of California to not treat their workers better.
Uber is fucked up, but also if you're running an underground like rideshare
it's better than Uber. Guaranteed.
I bet you she fights pit bulls.
Pit bulls?
Yeah.
Like you imagine that
pit
being
bull
your...
or pit bulls?
You are being a simp
distinction.
to
I'm not
Uber
being
right
a simp to a corporation. I'm just saying I've watched a lot of drug shows.
I watch Hassan and Eat the Rich.
We should eat the rich.
Do you want to eat the rich tonight?
What if we'd
have to all eat Ludwig's
While you're at
ass.
it, eat our content up on Patreon. If you're not already in there, you can support us by going to patreon.com/theyard. We have a lot of tiers, a lot of cool content in there. Go check it out.
Every day,
the yarn.
It gets a little closer to you guys making Nick get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What are we at right now?
It's high.
We're over 6,000.
It's high.
Oh my God.
Damn.
That's really
when I said the tattoo comment, we were at 5,000. Like not close to 6. We were like low 5,000.
Yeah, halfway.
That's really funny.
So yeah, that's coming up for sure. A little sooner than I maybe thought. That would arrive.
We'll see if little baby Nick gets a tattoo.
Well,
and they get to pick what it is.
They get to pick what it is. Trying to think, is there anything
I think
we're
since
talking
we
about?
have so much depraved shit we make them listen to, it should be the depraved, like just the word come.
I like the word come. It's cool.
Thoughts?
What about sperm?
My mom would love that.
Spermed the verb.
Semen.
What if it's a dictionary excerpt that says sperm and it's like,
no, I got it.
I cummed myself.
I got the idea of all ideas. It's spermed, but apostrophe D, and it's in the punked font.
Yep.
That's fire.
That's it.
If you gave me 4 more seconds, I would have arrived there.
Yeah.
You show your work along the way.
Yeah, I don't think there was any. I think it was just really surreal after being sort of in the time vacuum of quarantine and coming out the other side and going to an event. And
this dude says coming out the other side, one of you two's getting COVID.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
No shot.
You guys have COVID.
There was a tweet today after this event that said
great.
breakout case confirmed.
One person has been confirmed who have gotten COVID from Chicago.
Which means someone had COVID in that building.
And there was rumored, not confirmed, and it was confirmed as a rumor that wasn't real, that people had gay sex in a hotel room at Riptide.
Wait, so was it real or not real?
It wasn't real.
Who's to say?
The way you worded it made me confused her.
And that's the news.
Relax, Philly D.
It's news time.
There was one guy who was walking down the hall. This is at 4:30 a.m. I'm sort of just like perusing the venue because I wasn't tired. We had just finished playing Mario Party with Coney, which was a great time. At one point, I had taken Coney's controller and put it on the ground and kick flipped it. A new bit, very good new bit.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around the venue. I eventually sit down on this couch to like check my phone. And this guy walks by, and I think he's drunk. I can't really tell, but he walks by and he does like a startled like take a back, and then he looks at me and goes, "You're Aiden." And I had to look at him and go.
And you said there's no bad experiences.
I looked at him. Oh, I guess this is the worst one, but it wasn't even that bad. I looked at him. I'm like, nope. And then he like attempted to apologize, but it took like a minute. And then
He like whipped
and then he just
in
left.
between.
And I was like, I should go back to the room and go to bed.
So true.
Yeah.
He could have been running the
That's
so
too
true
late
bit.
to be up.
You know, I haven't as much as acid as I spit. I haven't really had any bad fan experiences either. I know I'm like the scary guy,
Yeah.
but it really isn't. Like in person, no one talks that good shit, so I don't talk it back. You know what I mean?
Dude, want
Everyone's
to hear
pretty normal.
an interaction I had?
Yeah.
So I'm hanging out this weekend with Mr. Beast and Moist Critical, and we're at a restaurant, and it's actually me, Charlie, and Carl Jacobs.
And we're all showing each other our bank
Yeah.
accounts and talking about who's the coolest with the most.
I am
Me,
the
Charlie,
You joke.
Carl,
You joke.
Jimmy.
But in the car, in the car on the way to coffee this morning, that's basically what they talked about. He like summarized like what the weekend was
I-
like.
Wait, how did
and-
you log
and
into
then
your
just
bank
talk
account?
Hold up. First of all, I am under NDA.
Okay.
I signed an NDA before I go, so I can't reveal that much.
Wait, an NDA on what? The dinner?
No,
The
I'm
hangout?
going to hang out with Mr. Beast.
Oh,
He makes
really?
people sign an NDA.
That's hype.
Yeah.
We need to start doing that. Just for
NDAs?
whatever.
Yeah.
Just sign an NDA like in the
I want
morning.
Aiden to sign an NDA.
Yeah. Just
At
for-
our job.
Yeah. And then he breaks it and we sue the
He
shit
can't
out
talk
of him.
about any of your farts.
No.
I want Aiden to sign an NBA, so maybe he doesn't get crossed up by Leffen next time.
Oh,
What's up?
God,
She-
dude.
What's up?
So,
what happened, bro?
We're at the restaurant. It's me, Carl, and Charlie, and I'm the smallest streamer, YouTuber, whatever, by far. And this whole weekend, people have been going up to Carl, Mr. Beast, and no one knows who I am.
Yeah, no one. You're basically a little micro penis.
Yeah.
In like a nice like three like a sea cucumber like meeting.
No, it was cool to see what it's like to be you.
What
and
was that
that's,
analogy?
No, that's a thing. An idiom. You're like a micro penis in a sea
Yeah.
cucumber thing.
They say
Yeah.
it's like a southern thing.
Why'd you say me and not these two
'Cause you
jamokers?
just called me a micro penis.
Yeah.
So we're at this dinner table, and one of Charlie's friends is there, and this guy walks up and he goes, "Dude, you're Danny from Moist Critical's channel." And Danny's there, and he's looking at Charlie across him, and he's like, "Yeah, that he's right there." And the guy turns, and he's like, "Whoa!" And then Charlie, because he's such a goon, he's like, the guy's like, they're talking a bit, and he's like, "You want a picture, man?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, yeah." And he goes, "Hey, you know what that guy is?" And he points at me, and the guy looks at me, and he's like, "No." And then everyone just roasts me.
Oh, that feels so good.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, "Yeah, man, I just do camera op."
Oh, you're
I
a
just
little
help-
baby
I'm behind the
bear.
scenes here,
Maybe
bro.
you don't count for a celebrity.
Dude,
fuck.
I'm telling you, I'm not. And you guys are trying to fucking act
Wait,
like
does Mr. Beast count?
as a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is like some some weird strange woman with her strange
I saw
weird
a
husband.
guy at the airport who was not affiliated with the tournament we were going to. A kid who was wearing Mr. Beast
Dude,
merch.
Mr. Beast is like so well known. I think he's like probably the biggest YouTuber.
One thing, last thing about Riptide. There was so many Ludwig hoodies.
Really?
It was
Yeah.
like a sea of Ludwig hoodies.
I love
What?
that.
a lot of mogul.
You
merch.
could.
ones?
I
I'm
would.
proud of you.
I would actually argue there was no direction of the venue you could look in where you wouldn't see people wearing them.
Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
a lot
if
of
I was there, I would have been. I should have gone there.
almost.
I fucked
For a
up.
little
I
ego
went
boost.
to a place where I was a megalol. Everyone roasted me for not getting recognized.
shorter than everybody.
I go there. I basically go to like Ludwig Con because everyone's just wearing my hoodies. I'm like,
this really is like everyone kind of stepping on the next stair, right? You guys go to your tournament, you get fucking recognized everywhere.
Yeah.
Ludwig goes and he hangs out with the big dogs, micro penis.
yeah.
I sleep on the floor for 14 hours and
but like a
watch
little bit
Shrek.
higher on the elevation, like the floor like upstairs. It's a
Yeah.
little higher this time.
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere.
It was
You
mostly the lavender hoodies. I saw a couple lavender
Mm,
shirts.
New ones.
And then I saw some of the
Mint?
classic mint.
Sheesh,
They brought that
man.
new drip out. All right, that's pretty hype.
Yeah, it was very hype.
But yeah, that was a funny experience I had. But
Dude, that happened at fucking when we went to the Logan Paul fight. Like with me.
what happened?
Is because like someone would stop the whole
Oh,
gang.
dude, at Dunkin'
Yeah.
Donuts.
Which was no, it was like
That was funny,
That
too.
was at Dunkin', but this happened actually at the place.
Yeah.
it was like the whole squad that was there. It was like you, Will Neff, Hassan, Amaranth, the Batezes, and someone
This
else,
is like mostly
and
Connor.
Ludwig Anders, and I'm there, and I'm just like, okay. And this dude, some guy, he comes up to Ludwig. He's like, "Oh, bro, dude, can I get a picture?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." Ludwig just smiles at me, and he's like, he'll take it. And
Yeah.
then the fucked up part is that the guy recognized me, And I was like, oh yeah, you want me to take the picture? He's like, oh no, I'll get one with you too after. And I'm like, no, dude, I don't want to do this. And then he DM'd me later on. He's like, hey, really sorry about that. I'm like, stop.
I had a guy who asked me to take a picture of him and his girlfriend because I was the closest person to him. But then upon realizing who he asked, then asked to take a photo with them too.
He's punched her in the face.
He was like,
he runs over to you.
He was like,
I
can you
don't
take
need you anymore.
and then he had to process for a second. Can I take a picture with you? But then can you take a picture of us? It was like it was funny.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, boys, to being niche micro internet celebrities.
I think in the context of a Smash tournament, it's fun, but I don't think I would want it in the context.
You
of
know what
Ludwig.
means you're a celebrity? If you go fly to Beijing and someone recognizes you.
Yeah,
That's real shit.
that's real shit.
and that's what
Yeah.
happens with Justin Long. And that's what I'm arguing.
No.
Probably.
No.
'Cause
Maybe.
movies get
shot.
translated.
Die Hard?
What's the word when movies get changed into a different language?
Dubbed.
They get
Adapted?
yeah, but
Localized?
ooh,
Localized.
Yeah.
Oh.
movies get localized in China, and those actors are viewed by the Chinese citizenship,
Yeah.
and that means Justin Long. Someone has seen Dodgeball.
I don't know if Dodgeball's the movie, but definitely Die Hard.
Definitely Die Hard.
I
And
definitely don't.
PewDiePie is definitely known as well in China.
There's no shot Justin Long gets stopped in the streets of
I don't.
Shanghai.
Someone would recognize him. For sure.
I agree. And
I think that's
Ludwig,
probably right.
The internet is illegal there, so Ludwig is not showing up at all.
I'm not there at all.
You can
And
blend
that's
into.
why this week we're launching Ludwig on Billy Billy.
Mr. Beast will be there. He launched his channel. He's shown me. It's
No
Mr.
way.
Beast on Espanol, and it's just his videos dubbed in Spanish.
Senor
Awesome.
Chupacabra?
Like 5 million, 10 million views a video, and it's just it's just literally
Yeah,
dubbed.
The money printing machine has started.
And he could just do it in Chinese, post it on Billy Billy.
This is what blew my mind with him too. I was like watching. It was after you brought it up on the last episode, and I went to go watch his most recent 2 videos, and then I look, and there's a link to his gaming channel. So I click on that. His normal channel is doing insane numbers. Like he gets like 30 million views plus a video. His gaming channel does like 10 to 15 million views a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
studied his thumbnails one time.
I
gaming
cannot
channel.
believe that someone has reached that level of success on the platform.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's that.
I was talking
that
to him.
huge.
He was like, yeah, I'm basically hemorrhaging all my money on the main channel because obviously, like, he's giving away $500K for a video.
Yeah, it's like he's not fucking around with the amount he's giving.
Not
away.
including
Yeah.
like production. He's renting out stadiums, all that.
I asked you how many slimes does he have?
He has like I don't know how many employees he has. but
Slimes
it's-
on
it's-
slimes on
But how
slimes.
many
He has like
slimes?
a whole entire thing.
The answer is 0 because you can't replace slime.
No, he has like 8 people for you.
And
Like,
they're,
the
and they're
funny
professionally trained.
I was making this joke on stream, but the funny thing is like we would be doing something random, like setting up the stream for poker and be like, hold up, I'm going to call this poker guy. He sets up poker streams. And then that guy would show up. And then like later on, you know, we would be like getting food. He'd be like, hold up, I'll call the chef. He would have like a guy for everything. And then I was like, I would just have to call Slime for all of this. And some of it he would be bad at and then complain.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't set up. You should have called
should've
me
told me about this
Yeah,
yesterday.
you should have told me earlier.
Yeah.
It's so much easier if
And,
you give me a heads up.
and they let me tell you, everyone's very compliant. He's like, can you show up in like 10 minutes and get this done? They're like, yeah. And then they just show up and do it.
Yeah, because it's James Beast.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
But
Timothy Beast.
he hemorrhages money on his main channel. His side channels are like what makes him be able to afford
Yeah.
the main channel.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's
Interesting.
talked about this before, but basically like he spends, you know, it'll be like sometimes like $1 million for a video.
That's so
And
gang.
That's like
that-
a movie. He's making fucking
He's making
literally.
movies. Making movies.
He
They're
has-
like 9 minutes long.
That's so
YouTube
sick.
videos that are the budgets of movies, and then the gaming channel obviously has like a way better margin, and so you can just dump it into the main channel.
Do you think Mr. Beast would fund our movie? A horror film based on beasts.
I don't think he would.
Did he
fund it,
did he
no.
mention us? Is
Yeah,
he at all
yeah.
interested?
You
to
know what
exist?
happened a bunch? So
Does he know me?
So what happened a bunch is originally when he called me to go down, what happened is he was talking to Carl, and something came up that was about me, and then he said, "I thought you hated Ludwig," to Carl, and Carl's like, "No, I don't. I like Ludwig." He calls me that same exact minute and says, "Come over tomorrow." This is a week ago, and I'm like, "I can't." I've talked about this already on the last pod, and so when I'm there, he wanted me to stay like an extra day because Charlie was coming up to do the poker thing. That's why we're recording on a Tuesday now instead of a Monday, which, sorry, Archie, it's going to be a pain in the ass for you.
Absolutely.
He wanted me to stay even longer. And I told him, I was like, I got a podcast. He's like, bring your podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got a girlfriend. Bring your girlfriend.
He wanted you to stay longer to like do more stuff.
Just to like
Or
hang
just
out.
to hang out.
Just to hang out.
So sick.
Yeah. I think the idea is like, he has like a sick setup because like, you know, he's from North Carolina, but like there's nobody else there. You know, like LA, there is a plethora of creators. Austin has become a hub for streamers. Nobody is sprouted shop in North Carolina.
Like, so when someone comes over, it's like, hey,
stay.
Let's
please
chill
stay.
Out.
Yeah,
they're gonna let him cut the ribbon next year, dude. Like,
dude.
Yeah,
he's like their guy
for sure for North Carolina.
It's like him and 100%. A football player.
He's gonna reveal like a new mall one day.
Well, I guess formerly Cam Newton.
Oh,
he's gone now, but
Cam Newton.
He was there for a while.
And Jimmy Newton,
Clam Neutron
of
sorry for the sports ball reference.
Of the
My
Pittsburgh
bad.
No, he was
Packers.
the quarterback for the Panthers. I remember that.
Let's go.
Yeah. I knew that too.
I can't believe you knew that and not Messi.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
It's football, bitch.
Hey, welcome to America.
Football.
Wait, is that what happened?
Which football?
You set it up like something big happened, but then you just told us what you told us last week.
Oh, well, just that again. He just wanted me to do it again.
Oh.
So he didn't know me.
No, he said bring the pod, and I said
So
I
after
can't
the
do that.
conversation you guys had about me and like favorite friend and all that, like what did he say? Was he like that's so cool that you have someone like that?
Well, I brought you guys up in the sense that he would ask like what my goals are, and I'd be like, I'm trying to get my friends.
Get rid of
rich.
my friends.
And then he said, and I quote, you must really like your friends, and I said, yeah. And so that's about the extent he knows you guys.
Does he hate does he hate his friends?
No, he was just more
Mr.
so.
Beast hates his friends. Thumbnail. Easy episode. Mr. Beast hates his friends.
Doesn't he like documented like gives his friends all kinds
Yeah,
of shit?
literally.
Yeah.
It's like the meme is like
it's all
the meme
transactional.
is like
They're not coming to Christmas.
The meme is like the best job on earth is to be Mr. Beast's friend. Because you just get like given so much shit. I was making a joke that I'm the first person to hang out with Mr. Beast and lose 25K.
Yeah, that's really funny.
And also, you haven't seen this probably.
I've seen what? Wow, you look dumb.
No, I think it looks cool.
Looks
No,
terrible.
you look like a kid I'm waiting
looks-
behind in
Audio
line.
listeners,
I think it
if
looks
you haven't
so
seen my most
close.
recent
You should've
YouTube
just
upload.
leaned into it and gotten a rat tail.
I think it looks cool. You guys are mean and
I've
stupid.
been given a
No, it
haircut
looks
by
terrible.
Carl, and he gave me a rat tail mohawk mullet.
I want to make fun of you in so many different ways right now, and my brain can't compute. It's just so many. I just want to do it.
He's overclocking
Yeah,
right
I'm,
now.
I'm overclocking bits. I can't. I need a break.
Yeah, my hair got destroyed.
Yeah. Well,
Looks decent
from
from
the
this
front.
angle.
From the front, it looks pretty good.
This part's a little
Yeah,
fucked.
it's not-
a little
I don't know if you-
little
you-
Yeah, it's a
disproportionate.
little. This part's a
Yeah,
little.
it's a little.
He's got some wings coming out on the side.
Let's get Gillette on the phone. I shave your head.
Yeah.
Shiny as a bald baby's
Let's get
butt.
Manscaped
All right.
on the phone, maybe.
You know,
All
I'm just
right.
talking, and let's do it.
Well, Manscaped.
I will shave your head bald, Ludwig,
I don't want that.
and then I'll paint
What if-
hair
would
on
you
it.
Paint your head.
If
I wanna
I
touch
shave
your
my
head.
head bald,
Yeah.
will you use my defunct hair as a wig
For
until
how long?
it grows
Tell me.
back?
Someone would have to assemble the wig, but yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
would
guys
do
see
it.
that shit that
So you
Steve-o
couldn't
did?
take it off in public.
You guys watch Steve-o's YouTube channel?
No.
No.
All right, so Steve-o is making content. Steve-o's fucking out here.
He's been making. He's been making.
Decent
He
content.
makes
Steve-o.
content with Steve Will Do It.
I don't know who that is. Is that like
Yeah,
his
dude.
younger brother?
Degenerate side of YouTube. It's
Steve
it's
W.
like David Dobrik for frat guys.
Oh, okay. That checks out because Steve-o made a video. Well, he's like coming off the back of Jackass, right? Where like Jackass's whole thing was always like pushing the threshold of like ridiculous shit that like no one would ever want to do themselves, but these
Yeah.
guys will do it, and then you get to go watch it.
Yeah.
So now he's doing it on YouTube, and you would think like, Steve-o's getting old. He can't keep doing all these stunts. He's still doing some fucking insane
You know why?
shit.
He's vegan. His body don't quit.
I see. He can survive.
Honestly, it's more badass that he's doing it.
But what he
vegan
did,
without, like-
he held a I don't know what you call it, like a meetup, I guess, at like Venice Beach or something, and he had people come up to get shaved, and it was only pubes. So you had to prove you were over 18, and they would shave all your pubes off, and then he wore it like a suit. He wore the pubes of
What?
strangers like a suit.
What a comical idea. How many views does this have?
Or I think it's a shirt or a hat. I can't
How
remember.
many views does this have?
I think a lot. I can't remember.
Like
Maybe-
Ludwig
maybe
numbers
Zipper-
or Beast numbers?
Zipper can bring it up. Ludwig numbers, I think.
Ah,
More than, the
Holy
in-between. The
shit.
in-between.
I would
It's
I
not
would
beast
hope
numbers.
it's a million.
It's over 1 million, I think.
Okay.
I think me and Steve-o are kindred spirits because I think that's funny, and I would do the same
Would
thing.
you
both
do
bald.
that?
Yeah, I would do the same.
Well,
no,
he
Steve-o
also
has hair
does
now.
dumb shit. So I watched
You
this
wouldn't even lick
video
my shingles.
That's
with
true.
him and Steve Will Do It, and they just swallowed dice at a casino.
dude.
which
These like log lines of these videos are so funny
yeah,
to me.
it's just like incredibly difficult, unhealthy thing
roll
for
of
your
the
body.
dice.
When you're willing to do absolutely anything to your body, coming up with content is so easy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I will, like, verb, noun. You know, I will consume piss. Done. Video done. We'll do that.
I will shoot kids.
Well, maybe not.
All right,
Maybe
Steve-o.
not.
Locking and loading. Yeah.
How many views did it have, Zipper?
What made you bring that up in your head?
Well, he was talking about shaving his hair and
Oh,
you wearing
right,
it.
right.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Did you like come across Steve-o's YouTube channel? How did you end up
it
there?
was in my recommended.
Oh.
I recommended Steve-o
The
content.
YouTube algorithm
Yeah, from all those
controls
chess
all.
videos you're watching.
Yeah, so I watch a bunch of chess, and then I get Steve-o because he kind of looks like a pawn.
I did learn a YouTube factoid
Okay.
that I think is
Yeah, share with us your
generic
dark,
enough.
secret, arcane knowledge.
Here's one arcane. He has a pretty good vision because we were setting up the stream, and he'd be like, "Let's just get $50,000 cash to put on the table so people like know we're gambling with cash."
Yes.
And I was like, "Yeah, okay, sure."
How did that? So he said it, and then how long till
and
from
then,
when
and then
he
he
said
went,
it?
and then he went, and it just fell from the ceiling.
He had his cash guy.
Yeah.
It was John Monopoly who showed up.
No, but like he says this. How long when he says that to the cash is on the table?
It was like a couple hours.
You guys seen those like armored like Garda trucks that drive around, and like they have like bank money in them? They're all just going to Mr. Beast.
But I think one nugget was he always tweets out that a video came out, but it'll never tweet it with the link. And then I was like, why? And he was like, well, if they click on the video and watch it, it comes up in that weird Twitter thing. You know, when you click on a YouTube video and you're not logged in,
Yeah.
you'll watch the whole thing, but you're not logged in. And then when you go on YouTube later, YouTube algorithm will be like, you love Ludwig. Here's a Ludwig video. But you will have already watched it, so you'll be like, I'm not gonna watch it. So you scroll by it,
And then you won't.
and then
it
they'll be
won't-
like,
yeah,
oh,
you didn't like Ludwig
hate
video.
Ludwig now. And then they'll be like, I'm gonna give you less Ludwig.
You think Ludwig's
Wow.
stupid and has a micro
But
dick.
you
I
watch
won't let you
Ludwig.
watch him. I promise. I'll comfort you.
Yeah.
I'm the algorithm.
They just don't know you watched Ludwig. Yeah. That's an algorithm
That's-
trick.
So when you
Wild.
decide not to watch a video, you are saying that person has a baby dick.
There is, I know as a fact, and like Veritasium's talked about it,
You think that, right?
No.
Wendover?
a true fact that you do have a baby penis every time you don't watch.
Wendover's penis is huge. It's gigantic.
He's like Ludwig's like, can you please shed like some knowledge about YouTube that you know for me? Like I just really want to learn. And he's like, yeah. So if you go down to the comments and you put like if you're watching in 2021, you'll actually get a lot of thumbs up on that, and
it's like,
people will click on your channel.
Here's a big one. Reminding people to subscribe. It actually goes a long way.
If the video gets a lot of dislikes, you say that the bar looks like a lightsaber, and then all the Star Wars, you get a lot of Star Wars fans. A lot of those.
Star Wars, huge.
You gotta
right
capitalize on the Star Wars.
Outside of that
With the
consistency,
kids.
You know, uploading consistently, work ethic, all that.
the one thing I think he said that I've known, because I've already talked, we talked about
You
this on
said,
the pod,
don't know, Jimmy.
is
well, like that.
probably
Bad
not that.
man.
Okay.
Is ending daily
We've
uploads.
lost so many UK viewers. What is it?
Ending daily uploads.
Yeah,
which
which
we've talked about before.
Yeah, you've
Wait,
already.
why
But
does
he reaffirmed.
think
Because he asked you to do
that's
that.
good?
Or not to do it.
Because I think the idea is simply that you could do more quality control, and then you could develop better thumbnails and titles, and you could make sure the edit is better if you aren't forced to upload it.
Yeah, I said better videos,
Like, for example,
better pizza.
I love the idea of Ludwig just now learning that if you spend more time on things, they come out better.
well, it's more so that, like,
Like he's like, guys, I
So-
learned that when I study for the exam, I actually do better.
I get a
on it.
better score on the
I
top of the
didn't
I
paper.
know that you've all said this for a long period of time, but Mr. Beast has told me
And
now.
Mr. Beast actually told me if I reply to people earlier, they can work on what they're doing earlier, and we get better stuff from them.
Yeah. Did
Mr.
he say that?
Bean,
Did he give
Mr.
you that
Bean
tip?
is a
I can't wait for this video to be
genius.
titled like "Slimes in Encounter with Mr. Bean" or some fucking shitty ass.
Dude, no, I had this whole bit when I was hanging out alone because it was just me and Cutie in the house, and I had this idea in my head where I was like, if I ever meet, okay, I ran through scenario. What if he brings home Mr. Beast, right? And I would just go up to
Like
him.
his prom date.
Or like maybe he wanted to come hang out. Maybe they hit it off. He comes home and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And it's like, "This is
He goes, "Hi, I'm Mr. Bean."
this is slime." And yeah, I had this idea where I'd be like, "Dude, I loved all those movies where you're like, where you're like kind of walking around like you don't know what's going on and you don't speak at all. So sick, very sick.
This would be like the Botez interaction where you'd have to explain the joke, why you're making it, why like.
Do you think he would get it?
No,
Of course not. I don't
How
know.
old is he?
Has
He's
anyone,
known who Mr.
has
Bean
anyone
is?
else besides us called him Mr. Bean?
yeah, it's not. It's the connection is not that he hasn't watched Mr. Bean, which I don't know if he has.
You should ask him. You're buds.
But more
Yeah.
importantly, Mr. Bean and Mr. Beast is not a normal connection to me.
They're free.
I think it's
free
totally.
video idea, Mr. Bean.
Dude, I think it's.
I made all my friends watch Mr. Bean, and the last person to stop watching gets a $250,000.
Dude, there's.
How about that?
have to watch.
There's.
Have to watch all the Mr. Bean movies.
There's
You
this
gotta watch
guy-
them on loop.
There's this guy that used to come into my chat, and he was like, he like asked me advice on this video that he was like this bit that he was doing, and he sent it to me, and it's basically like the POV of someone on a date, and they're slowly revealing that they're obsessed with Mr. Bean, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's like 10 people have seen it, and I just want to shout out that guy. But yeah, so if he wouldn't get it, would he think it was funny still if I explained it to him?
No way.
Are you this socially inept after 1 weekend
You know
alone?
what he would say? He would look down at his phone and be like, $200,000. That is the amount of time I spent just talking to you.
What I'm saying is, would Mr. Bean like me if we met?
If you were
Based off
normal.
of what you just said, no.
If I did that, he wouldn't like me.
He would.
Yeah.
That would set the
Really?
tone
To be
for
clear,
them.
I
if
feel
you
like
did
that's
that to yourself
close-minded.
in Twitch chat, you would probably ban it.
I feel like that's
Dude,
close-minded.
if a random guy came up to me and said, I loved all those movies, and I was like, thanks, let's just say my name is Mr. Beast. And you're like, I said that just now because Mr. Bean, the movie series.
Yeah.
So, for some context,
Why
I have a podcast.
Why don't you like me?
called The Yard.
Why don't you like me?
And
Yeah.
on The Yard, one time we called you Mr. Bean.
Why don't you
So
like me?
sorry,
Why
more-
don't you like me? Why?
More context. Sometimes we like change how names
Uh-huh.
sound. Like our friend Aimen, we call him Aimen. It's really
Yeah.
it's Aiden. So with all that now, I called you Mr. Bean because your name isn't that, and it's close.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's different.
And then he would
because-
go,
no,
it's not.
no,
It's not.
No,
It's not.
Shut up. It's different because
No.
it's not on the
It's not
street.
different
You
at
got
all.
brought over to someone's house and they did this.
Yeah,
to
you're
you.
trapped here. Yes,
Yeah.
that is the difference. Is that you're
Dude,
trapped
this
in the
is like someone
environment.
walking
So
up
now
to you and being like, was
they
it tough
can't
being spilled so
politely
much in
walk away.
Nickelodeon?
This isn't like
No,
some,
that's so less clever.
this isn't like some Venice Beach bit where the person just gets to kind of see ya. You know, they have to deal with this interaction.
So you're saying that Mr. Beast is closed-minded to comedy?
What I'm saying is I
This
will
is not
never
being
introduce you to.
Ludwig, this is what you do. This is what you do. So this is the kind
I'll
of
say, hey, you want to meet my roommates Aiden and Nick?
look.
No, you would not. You would not do that.
Want to get dinner with them?
I'm a peach.
Like two
I'm a
roommates?
peach.
Mr. Beast wants you to come out and do more content.
Uh-huh.
We want to meet Mr. Beast. So what
Yeah.
you do is you convince him to do a video where your friends have to battle his friends, and it's a war of some sort.
You just want like 500K?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like
this
a
is
Nerf
this is
war.
my way of saying I want 500K,
I just want to see if he
and
thinks the
I
bit would be
believe
funny.
that we will defeat his friends. I think we are more agile.
Money me,
Money a lot now, and I think that
yeah,
that
you're
we
trying to set it up. I'm not going to let you do it. I want to do the bit where I call him Mr. Bean because it sounds like Mr. Beast. Do you understand me?
You will not meet him if I have anything to do about it.
it's like in the movies when like your parents or like the inspector comes and you're trying to have them avoid the kitchen. It's like the one place.
Yeah.
It's like Slime's like around the corner in his boxers, and like Ludwig's like, so
Yeah.
so this way
Yeah.
is actually my Pokemon
It's-
Snap
it's-
machine.
It's going to be
steamed
like
hams.
Mrs. Doubtfire and
Yes,
Robin
yeah,
Williams.
yeah.
No,
He's
it's
like-
it's steamed hams.
What is
Yeah,
steamed ham?
well, it's similar.
It's
yeah.
steamed ham.
What
Yeah.
reference is this?
Steamed hams is The Simpsons.
Oh,
Simpsons
I don't
episode where he's trying to hide shit from Superintendent
classic.
Chalmers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
and you are the steamed hams.
but I'm like him. He would like me. We'd get along
I don't know.
Why
think
are you
so.
like him? In what way are you like him?
because we're both entrepreneurial
know.
and creative.
One idea right now. Mr. B says, "I want your best idea." You have 5 seconds.
for a video?
I, Mr. Beast, will eat a tire. And I might die.
$1 million idea.
Uh-huh.
I try to eat a tire all the way through for
I
$1 million.
Of my own money.
And then it cuts to his friend for a second. That's a big tire.
It's just Carl.
Yeah, just Carl.
Wow.
And he's like, wow. And it says wow in big white letters.
Do you really think you can eat that whole time?
They have Chandler try to eat. He doesn't even. He just gives up. Yeah, that's a great video.
In the topic channel, I have a little note here, and it says, "Thank you, Coinbase,
Oh, that was your transition?
for sponsoring the yard."
We could have just done it.
Yeah.
That was a
No,
lot of
because
build-up.
you know what? I abandoned ship on this bit. Basically, this guy I knew in high school fucked our lunch lady, and so I wanted to talk about that, but then I bailed on that
We
idea.
can come back to that.
That's
No, we will.
No,
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
we will.
Okay.
After
Hey, thank you very
we
much.
thank
No, hold on.
Coinbase.
He's talking over you. And speaking of people with that money, shout out to Coinbase.
Well, actually, speaking of Mr. Beast, because he also has a Coinbase sponsorship.
Speaking of Mr. Beast, who also has a Coinbase sponsor, shout out to Coinbase.
Hey, actually, you know what? I just talked to the guy,
Okay.
John Coinbase.
Uh-huh. And
Code's coming.
Code's coming? Oh, it's code season.
John Coinbase
I don't
finally
believe it.
said
Code's coming.
I
I don't
actually
believe it.
It's
also
code
don't
season.
believe it.
Code's coming. I'll show
literally
you.
don't
I'll show
believe
you
it.
the messages right
Mountain
now.
Dew code red alert.
In the time that I'm showing them the message, you could go to the App Store and download Coinbase.
If you do it before Ludwig finishes, you win one coupon.
Woo!
You're gonna win a free.
You win.
You win a free coupon for unlimited items.
Big coupons, big coupies.
You win the coupon.
And if you
Right
trade
here.
the unlimited items, you win one
Bang.
free ride.
Look at this. It says, well, I won't read all this because it's actually somewhat, but it basically
He says, I didn't know that it could get that small. Shouts and prayers to you, brother. I
Well-
don't know why you sent this, but you do
Small-
have a code
small
coming.
being
Actually,
the
it would be
code that
kind
they're
of
going
a
to send us.
homey
Shout out
reply.
to Coinbase. Supporting the yard. Go download the app if you are interested in doing what?
cryptocurrency.
Yeah, big hot shouts.
Back to the regularly scheduled program. Let's talk about your friend fucking the lunch lady.
Okay, well,
Your friend fucked a lunch lady?
so he fucked.
What?
Slime's friend fucked a what?
How
Lunch
old
lady.
was
Okay,
she?
Bad
stop saying,
lunch lady.
stop saying a lunch lady like it's a slur. Okay?
Sorry. Your friend fucked the lunch lady.
Yeah.
Oh, like, what do you mean?
Way different.
The only one?
It's a title.
You only had one at the school.
No, it's,
We had a
it's
few.
a lunch
It's like
lady then.
my friend
No.
fucked a lunch,
No,
but
it's
like
like
the U
saying
the U is censored and like
No, when you guys say a lunch lady, it's like she got picked up off the street corner, like
No,
we picked up
You
Aimen.
use if there's multiple, the if
not.
there's one. Earth has one moon, the
Picked me up
moon.
off the street corner.
Jupiter has a moon.
Jupiter has several moons.
Jupiter
Yeah.
has so many moons. It's like over 60.
But what I'm
we
saying
guys,
is,
you're getting distracted. He fucked a lunch lady.
Dan, did he go milk or blue gatey?
so here's what happened. I only remembered this
Options.
because lunch lady, I don't know why, but I put it in the topic channel. Either way, yeah, this guy I went to school with, when he graduated a year later, he went to the lunch lady's house and they started like dating.
Wait, hold on. There's a lot of missing. He
'Cause-
just went to her home.
Here's the thing:
Just
where I
showed
grew up, the adults were very irresponsible, and they would often drink with students. That's not what she looked like.
Wow.
But it's also not far away from what she looked like, Zipper.
Really?
Yeah.
How old was she?
She was like double his age.
This is an Aiden situation?
This is an Aiden situation.
Yeah,
Dude.
Oh, I can't call it an Aiden situation.
Hey.
Double?
When in Sweden, as we call it, when you fuck the lunch lady.
Do as the Swedish
Oh,
do.
She was
By the way-
9
Swedes will.
years older.
Do you want to announce the baby?
She was not. No. Oh, come on.
Amen
dude.
Jr.?
The little meatball.
No,
And
stop.
so yeah, it was this weird occurrence. I guess it happened a lot. Now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of people from my school ended up having sex with the adults when they got out of the school.
That's weird.
And that's
It
weird,
is
guys.
weird.
Why was it like that?
That's the grad party.
You.
Oh.
that's your grad
Either
party.
way, this
In
guy.
Colorado, you get your diploma by fucking a faculty
you have
member.
to
when I
earn it.
went to
Really low graduation rate out there.
when I went to my high school reunion, one of my like friends in high school, he was like my best friend in high school. We fell away as you do sometimes. But we start talking, we catch up, and he's like, dude, I'll just make up a name. He's like, I fucked Julie's mom. And I'm like, no way. And he's like, yeah, dude. And I'm just like, how? He's like, I don't know, we just got close. And I'm like,
He's
this
like-
is so fucking
How?
crazy.
He's like
How do you
10%
just
luck,
get
20%
close?
skill.
This is what happens when you don't move away from the neighborhood you grew up
I'm
in.
saying, because I grew up in a small town.
That Fort Minor song's just about fucking a lunch lady.
And so basically that happened, and I'm just much like Ludwig's earlier realization here. I'm doing a lot of realizing, and it's pretty crazy.
You've never fucked anyone from your hometown?
From my hometown,
That's
like an
older than
adult?
you?
No. No.
What do you mean? Don't
Why are you scoffing at me?
Yikes.
As if you have.
It was me, the geography teacher, and the lunch lady.
Walk into a bar.
Blowies left and right.
Dicks in butts. Wait,
Some guy commented was like, because I did the peepees bit from Good Neighbor, and he was like, "Was that a Good Neighbor reference?" Shout out to that guy. It was a Good Neighbor reference.
Love Good Neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What?
Oh yeah. So this one. Sorry. There's such a backlog here because we're just so hot and we're just so funny and bright all the time. We forget to talk about the hot stuff in the topic channel. When I was on dating apps, I used Bumble, and I actually got a thing in the mail. There's a class action lawsuit against Bumble right now, and it's because some guy argued that it was unlawful, unconstitutional, that women had to got to message first and men were not allowed. And this person is not winning the lawsuit, but Bumble is caving and paying out like $3 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I thought that was really, really funny.
And we're eligible for a $30 payout if we go through the whole process of submitting
if you
paperwork.
used it from like 2016
Yeah.
to like whatever. But it's really funny because I just imagine some guy being so mad that he can't fuck.
This is going to disproportionately affect the wealth of the right. There is going to be a significant increase in wealth only for like Reddit users and
I know.
and 4chan users and QAnon members.
This $3 million is getting put in the pockets of some real mauled pussies.
I think it makes sense as a lawsuit.
Yeah, because anything can kind of make sense as a lawsuit. That's
Sure.
the job of it. But it's just funny because it's like some guys like, fuck, I'm 5'4",
Ludwig's
God damn it!
Ludwig's like, I mean, I think it's good that the women finally have it coming to them.
I just feel like they're already getting equal pay.
Oh well.
What's more nuts to me is how many people are gonna go through the whole process.
It's a pain in the ass.
I always
to get
wonder that.
to get your $30.
I did it back in the day with Red
that's
Bull.
$30 an hour, maybe
Really?
depending.
Red Bull, I don't know if you remember the class action lawsuit. It was during the Red Bull Gives You Wings campaign.
It doesn't give you wings.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
But
so
the
they
idea
changed it.
was that you couldn't say like it gave you like this I don't know, fucking extra boost that you normally wouldn't get without
you
it.
wouldn't sprout wings like a seraph.
It was not so literal. It was more so like you would not be like performing better.
So it just
Really?
Yeah.
and that's why they changed it. Now it's wings.
So did they win the lawsuit? The accused?
There was a class action
or
lawsuit.
did they settle? Because that's what
and
Bumble's doing right now.
I don't know. I guess I don't know the difference. What they had to do is they had to change their slogan and they had to pay out.
That's crazy.
And so you either got like, which was funny, $20 or $20 in Red Bull, which was an option.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
We'll just give you some more of
The
it.
difference was the time. If you did like Red Bull, it'd be like, all right, yeah, a couple weeks. And if you did like $20, it'd be like, all right, 5 months.
Yeah, I'll see you in 5 months for a check.
Yeah.
A paper check.
Yeah.
There was a naked juice. You know those juices?
Yeah.
I drink those all the time, and there was actually a class action lawsuit because they had formaldehyde in them.
Oh,
which is, I
shit.
think, why I'm schizophrenic. No, but yeah,
Nice.
I remember seeing that, and I was like, fuck, that's bad for me. I drink
Yeah.
those all the time.
Dude, that's like when I found out my shampoo makes me go bald.
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
I had a
you guys
wow.
know the water has fluoride in it.
bro, and if you look up, those aren't clouds, dude.
And birds aren't real.
I'll tell you. It starts with chem, ends with trails. Those are chemtrails, dude.
What the fuck,
That's what I'm
dude?
saying. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Stop telling me
Vinny
woke
Paz
shit.
was right. One person will understand what I'm talking about.
I also
don't
watched
get
The Irishman this weekend. Most
No.
boring shit I've ever seen in my
Really?
life.
Wasn't that movie like
And they
3.5
look like
hours?
shit.
I think it's 2.5. Is
It's
it?
3 and change.
Oh, they're like
That's crazy.
digitally retouched in that movie. Or
No,
something,
I think
right?
like prosthetically retouched. Joe Pesci looks like an Oompa Loompa.
I think it was digital.
Looks
For-
terrible.
It's CGI.
Zero.
It's CGI.
Yeah.
Don't
100%.
talk about Joe Pesci.
It was
though,
a
dude.
shit
Yeah,
film.
There's a
This
lot
is
of
the whole
technology that went like they built like a
Yeah.
brand new camera for
Yeah,
that movie.
Okay, we're gonna make Robert De Niro look fucking weird. We need a camera built for this now.
Yeah, I will say that the movie did much more for filmmaking than it did for like cinema.
Like
Like
Benjamin Button.
Like enjoying something.
What did Benjamin Button do? I haven't
Well,
seen
it was just basically the same idea, I think. It was like that technology before. It was Brad Pitt, and they made him old and young.
and
that's
it pushed
like-
the technology.
Yeah, more so than like the story of Benjamin.
Well, we all know Benjamin Button as the guy who's old now.
Yeah,
You know, and it's just a household name, but I've never seen the movie.
me neither.
No.
And so if we haven't seen the movie of Ludwig, what comes to mind in the average person's eyes when you think of Ludwig?
I don't
If
know.
you could
Don't tell
Benjamin-
me.
If you could Benjamin Button, like if you could do it in your life, but you have one of two choices. You start off as a baby like normal, but your dick's old, Like you have like your
You have
100-year-old
old
dick,
stinky dick.
and then you go back, you go reverse, or you start off old, but you got baby dick.
Wait, okay, so why?
And then as
Wait,
you,
the second part just describes
the
Ludwig.
latter, 100%.
Yeah,
why?
Because
Explain. Show your work.
because
because if you start out old, by the time you're like,
but
like
say-
60,
say you
you'll
start
have
at 80.
like an 18-year-old dick.
Yeah, you'll just have a normal dick.
By the time you're
would-
80?
No one would want to fuck you.
Like 18 years after
No, but
you.
it kind of meets
are.
in the middle, right? By the time you're like 50, you just have a normal dick, basically.
Wait.
You don't want to be
How
18 years
wrinkly
old
is
with
your
like a
dick when you're 100?
65-year-old man dick.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I feel also there is like so both of these can be charted, right? And there is a cross point where both of these people are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the problem is eventually you will be 80 years old and you'll have a baby penis, and that's weird.
That's pretty funny.
No, that's
though.
not weird because no one wants to suck and touch your peep.
yeah.
That's
Old
optional.
people fuck.
No, well they do actually.
Old people
have to-
fuck, and it would suck to have a baby penis.
Yeah, but you could always suck.
It'd also suck more if a woman wanted that at 80.
I'm just happy we're talking
it would
about
be
this long,
weirder
honestly.
because you would have this weird guilt of anybody who was like, if you met anybody who was really into it, you'd be like, this
Yeah.
doesn't feel right.
It's
I
weird.
guess it'd be weird, right?
It's like people who like Belle Delphine.
well, I guess you kind of gotta need that, right? It's like, okay, well, if you're getting schloppy from someone who wants your tiny jalopy,
Getting sloppy from Nora,
you need that.
from Gretchen.
What do you mean you need that?
Oh, wait, no one else is gonna schlop you down, so you need a freak who can do it like that. my G.
You're not thinking about the slopping.
Yeah, I disagree with
No,
the
I
premise.
think
You get it, right?
No, I'm with him.
I'll go fuck myself.
Dap spreadsheet.
Gonna shake his
Oh,
hand
fuck.
on that
I'll
one.
go fuck
'cause
myself.
Is it a spreadsheet?
I don't
Someone-
think you can
someone's
be
been taking tallies of
enthusiastic
how
about
often we
the
dab.
old women who want your baby cock.
No,
Yeah.
but you're also old. You don't
could
get
also,
to pick and
you
choose.
could also
here.
be like
No,
a superhero
I'm just
who
saying
protects kids by using your baby
There's
penis
something
Well,
with
maybe
pedophiles.
Maybe he doesn't use it.
What does that mean?
You
dude?
change the
Like
wording.
people who like baby dicks instead fuck you, an adult.
So you just run block.
You're
You
rehab.
go around
all these
fucking
kids.
pedophiles.
Yeah.
You're rehab.
for the greater good.
Yeah.
You're like
For the
methadone
greater good.
Yeah.
for kid
I will
fuckers.
fuck all the pedophiles to keep the children safe.
You're like Santa Claus, but for
That's
pedophiles.
it.
No.
Somebody's got to.
Yeah.
It's like you old baby dick. Mike Rowe is interviewing you.
It's not an easy job. Every day's taxing on me. But someone got to get it done for the kids.
He keeps mouthing off about how high taxes are between takes, and you're just
Oh,
like,
man.
I'm
You're
just
just
here
like,
to
I've
talk
already
about
got
my
my own
baby
That's
dick.
that good shit.
Anyway, get back up here, Stav.
Pops in like a fucking like Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. What I was trying to say is that Benjamin Button is a household concept. We automatically think of something, and I think that's really special. And maybe we'll never get there as people.
I mean, I think it's also like, because there's the one thing. It's like Inception, right?
I was watching a Power Rangers video the other day on YouTube, and it was basically explaining how the original cast of Power Rangers got fucked. It was a non-union job. They got $600 per episode, and it was like shit work conditions. It was really terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like how they exploited. And to this day, they continue to exploit Power Rangers, I believe. Maybe it's, I don't know. They did it for a long time. In the comment section, this is a pretty, like, a couple 100,000 view video. The comment section, it had a note about the Yellow Ranger. I forget her name.
Yellow.
She died.
Shit.
Yeah, she died as, like, a young person. She was, like, 27 or something. And it was
Okay.
after she was the Yellow Ranger.
Bad dude.
And something said, one of the comments said, rest in peace, you will forever be the Yellow Ranger to all of us. And I read that and I was like, that's terrifying. That's bad. You don't want that.
What do you mean?
Because that person is a human being who is now dead, but the someone on the internet is like, this is what you'll always be to us, is like a yellow toy
I don't see
creature.
it the way you do.
Yeah,
I think I read it. No, I understand why you guys might not think that, but I
Right.
read it and I thought that was terrifying.
Yeah, I think that's fair because I think you're just
You-
afraid of being thought of as like a thing. But it's more so saying like nothing could replace you.
I don't. Yeah, but maybe. But it's also.
You're irreplaceable.
But the thing is, the irony, they did get replaced. Every Ranger got
When
fucking
you
replaced.
die and I die, I hope they say in the comment section, "I'll never look at Lamunk the same." Instead of laughter and joy, I will cry and
we'll
weep.
all watch Stinky one last time.
Do you think is it better to leave behind any remembrance of yourself or one that's meaningful?
Doesn't matter.
Well, do you not argue that being a Power Ranger was meaningful?
I don't know.
This
No,
is the
I would
great-
argue that it's not.
This
Oh, I
is
think
the
it's
great
meaningful.
thing about dying is it doesn't matter how you're remembered.
I think the nature of them getting
because
fucked.
you're dead.
I think it's still okay to want something else.
But I think the
like, you know.
nature of them getting fucked implies that their role was so important that it's fucked up how little they were paid, right?
Yeah.
Like there's an importance to what they did, which makes it meaningful to me.
I guess, but you could put that on anything, and it's like, rest in peace, XQC. You'll always be the best jumper in my heart, right? And it's like,
If someone said if he played Jump King, you'll always be the Jump King. I think that would be a respect.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't.
Like if a
see it
speed,
that way.
I think
if a
only-
speedrunner died, this is a
only
better
if-
comparison. If a speedrunner died and someone was like you'll always be the best.
You'll always be the best at Hundo, ZFG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I
even if
think
that's
he-
not literally
the thing
true.
about it is
No,
it doesn't
it
matter
is.
what you think about it. It matters what they would have thought about it. And I think ZFG would be like, hell yeah.
ZFG would because he is addicted to the crack that is Hundo.
And also for every person who would call him the best Jump King, there'd probably be people saying more accurate things.
That's
guess-
what I'm saying. It's like I think it only matters if the thing you're being remembered for is like one of the less important things you could be remembered
yeah,
for.
to me, I guess I imagined this young woman and that all of her hopes and dreams and being the Yellow Power Ranger was not
Let me
what
give
she
you a
wanted.
better example, I think.
But I'm also
it would
placing that.
suck for the guy who was Charlie and got his finger bit if he died.
Okay,
And people will be like,
now we're fucking talking.
bro.
You always
So-
got your shit bit.
To
Yeah.
me, that's the same,
Oh,
right?
why? Though?
No,
Is
no,
it?
No.
But-
being a yellow Power Ranger.
Power
is
Ranger
badass.
was like a fucking thing, and
Yeah.
like, there's action figures, and kids with their favorite thing in the world,
yeah.
and
It's like being the Hulk.
it's
Okay.
like being a superhero. You know, it's like you were
You
Superman.
think-
But
You're
Charlie
literally
bit my
superhero.
finger,
Why is
that'd be
the-
terrifying.
Why is the
It-
Charlie bit my finger thing different? Because it's like not an accomplishment.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
ultimately
just like a viral
joke.
video.
It's just a viral video.
Because I
That came
assume
and
they
went.
also want to
Yeah.
move past that, right? Like most viral moments,
Yeah.
if that don't become a career.
I don't
or
think
something.
they want. Don't they have like a Twitch channel and it's like still named like?
I don't know.
I think they
Yeah,
stream on
Connor
Twitch and
was
like
telling us
their
about
name
this.
is still like
Yeah.
Charlie bit my
Okay, so
finger or
they're trying to
whatever.
cash in.
The baby is now grown up and has a Twitch
This is like
channel.
Rugrats.
It's just like Rugrats all grown up.
Yeah.
And yeah, that the
Tommy's
baby
trying to stream.
is Charlie. It's like
And
Charlie
he
Biter
couldn't have
or
grown up
something.
safely without the pedophile slayer.
Yeah.
Out keeping the streets safe.
There's a bunch of those though that I imagine would be like weird legacies, but I also think they just probably move past it, and then like the connections you make with people around you is more important that I care about more.
If
Yeah.
you die. Okay, we all die tomorrow,
Ah,
and you that's your reaction. Okay, so you.
No.
Oh, drat!
dang it!
So you
Shit.
so you die tomorrow. You don't have a choice. Everyone on the planet is going, including us, is going to remember you for one thing. What is
Yeah.
that thing for you? What do you want it to be?
Oh, dude.
Is it your ass?
Hey,
is
you
it your
wrote
farting?
That,
Like if everyone remembered you for the
You
guy
wrote
who
those
could
bad
fart
mailing
really
articles.
long.
Yeah, he wrote Cornbase.
Yeah, I'd have to think about what I cherish the most in terms of like what I've done, and it could also be something that like, okay, you know what it would be. In high school, I did the best Eric Foreman impression I've ever done in my life
You
at
are-
the lunch table.
You are such a freak.
No, it was fucked up. It was so good that people were like stunned because my voice kind of cracked in like the perfect way that Topher Grace's voice cracks, and I said "Dad," and it was fucked up. And I remember the whole table just dying, and that was like probably the most beautiful moment of my life.
I know mine. There was one time pretty recently in
Hungry
life.
Box video.
Oh God.
Your
No.
magnum opus, bro.
Yeah, probably the
Hungry
Hungry Box
Box
videos.
Shout out Juan. Really quick. I actually do want to tell the Saul. I'll come back to this, but at Riptide, where me and Aiden clout our ways into the front row. We don't have staff badges. Only staff are allowed. Yeah. We just sit there and we don't get removed, which was awesome.
Love that.
And we're so close that we're in the splash zone. So now all of our bant and chants can be heard by players. Everything that our group of people said was directly heard by
Was
players.
Yingling there?
Yingling was there with us.
He's talking about the puzzles.
The puzzles.
Yingling
Every
is
time
like an
Pikachu did
air horn.
anything, he's like, puzzles.
Yeah.
So HBox puts his AirPods in right before he plays. I can't remember who.
Wizzy.
AirPods
and
Puff.
we start going, AirPods 1, and he hears us. He's like, why? I'm just wearing them. And then someone goes like, he's listening to Donda. And then he lifts his phone, and you see the Donda album cover.
Yeah.
And
he flashes
he's
it.
listening to Donda, and I swear to God, we powered up that game. Because he puts it down, he starts rocking his head,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah, I saw that on the stream.
He is fucking him up.
Yeah.
And we're like,
That's hype.
I'm like, did we just? Because you know he like needs the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Did we influence that? We're like, I'm like, oh, maybe we should have done
You're
that.
actually huge Hungrybox fans.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You're
No, I
responsible.
became a Hungrybox fan in
Yeah.
that moment.
Dude, I love.
We were cheering for Juan the whole
I
time.
love that.
But,
Juan and Kanye, dude.
fuck, what was I talking about before?
Match made in heaven.
Oh, my thing. So if I were to die tomorrow and I can only choose one thing to be remembered by, there was one time where we were at the BTS office and we have a skateboard that's just always there. And for months now, I am trying to kickflip this skateboard like the old days. Because I used to skate, I don't anymore, and I can't kickflip anymore. For months and months and months, I'm trying to kickflip, and I just fucking cannot land one. I'm like doing the thing where I can do the flip, but I won't land on the board again. It goes out in front of me and all this shit. And then Mike, shout out to Gunther's, our friend, is there, and I think I asked him a question. I don't remember exactly how I phrased it, but I asked him a question. I'm like, do you think I could kickflip? And he's like, he thought about it for a moment. He put thought into it. He didn't just answer like to be funny. He thinks about it. He goes, no. I don't think you can flip. And I'm like, why? And he's like, I just don't think you can do that. And I was like, I used to skate. He's like, doesn't help. He's like, I don't think you can kickflip.
Mike, who actively skates.
Mike, who's
to
a
this
good
day.
skater, who has the tools to decide whether
You're not
someone,
a random human just calling you out.
So I go over to the board, I get on the board, and first try I land a kickflip in front of him.
Sheesh.
And if I could be remembered for that for the rest of my
What face
life,
did he make right after?
he goes.
Dude, that's so sick.
And I was just like, motherfucker. And you know, like that's like you don't get an opportunity to look that cool. And if you asked Mike the story, he'd be like, I still didn't think you were cool, maybe. But to me, I was just like, I fucking did the shit.
Yeah.
And that'd be mine.
That was his Eric Foreman
That's
impression.
hype.
Yeah.
Mine's top 10 salty ice climber moments.
You're fuck you.
I know.
Fuck you,
Look,
dude. Drop
man,
the veil. We just wanted to get to know you.
We can't.
I
We'll never-
don't care. I think it's a
You don't think about death. You don't think about
Are you
anything.
proud of the podcast?
yeah, Yard's great.
I knew. I was thinking about this earlier today.
You
I
guys
was
can
like,
check out the Patreon.
doesn't really care.
patreon.com/yard.
he just shows up to do a good job.
I won't.
and
I'm not
leaves.
gonna say what, but I told Ludwig some pretty big news today, and he while I told him the news was like, oh really, and he's like already walking out of the room, and I'm like
It was
yeah,
like the
so-
Simpsons meme where Homer goes in the bush. I'm like, wow. Tell me more.
Or wait, before the podcast started, it was like I said something. He was like, "Oh yeah, and it was like Dad fucking not listening to you."
and he left, and I instantly was like, does he hate me? I'm like, did I do something to make him mad? Like, why is he leaving? Is he
not
not?
like Nick?
And
I
so
love
you know,
Nick.
Why do you hate him?
We'll talk about it
I
later.
love Nick.
But Ludwig's just like this. Ludwig can't
I know.
emote unless it's generating
Look,
bits.
Okay, real quick, before Aimen says his final moments of sweet release.
Make sure to message him on Twitter, twitter.com/Aiden
Message
Calvin.
him with what your greatest accomplishment was.
Dude, I actually talked to him at Riptide. He goes, I'm about to close my DMs off to the public. He was like, I'm this close. And I was like, that's hilarious. And I was like, you won't do it 'cause
Mine
you're
aren't even
vain.
close.
Dude,
Think
he's
it's
so
over.
he's
Mine aren't close.
You're all
The
cap.
vanity-
You're all
the
cap.
vanity is over.
no, he gets so gung ho about something like, why would you care about that? Why
The
would you care
vanity
about that?
is
And then
over.
he deals with it, and it's like, yeah,
The vanity is over. I agree.
I think
There's no indulgence in it.
I think
anymore.
keeping it open is fine because then you'll just get DM'd by like important people. And you'll just see them. And you just
keep
ignore
it
all the other shit.
open and
Like I
ignore
keep
him.
mine open,
Block people.
and I got a DM from like a verified user that was important today that I would not have seen or
Yeah.
not been able to.
Instead
have
of from a
been contacted
pour, as we call them.
Yeah.
by. Ugh. God.
You do hate the pores.
Oh please.
Aimen, what would your sweetest thing be? On the YouTube comments of remembering Aimen, what would you want some asshole to say? Would it be Dr. Noodle Slam saying who's down for Noodle Slam?
The CS:GO binds would be nice.
He had a kid in Sweden he never met.
Little Svejorden.
Svea Jordan. He goes up to the tomb. He says, "Papa." Hedge.
Hedge, Papa, hedge.
In Valhalla.
I don't know. I don't
I hate
know.
this. I can't be fucked to think about what
No, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it the whole time while you guys were giving answers. And I thought my initial thought was like, would I want to be remembered for like the work I put together or anything like that? But I feel like I don't know if I care about that.
Yeah, you were the best like e-commerce associate at Smash GG ever to do it.
Yeah.
And that was
And then I couldn't, and then, see, just hearing that makes me want to end it all, but I'm already dead in this scenario.
Right.
So
Yeah.
You know
tough.
what's more important than what other people think about you?
What is that?
It's what those who are close to you think about you.
Yeah, that's what I've always said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're in some shit.
God, those final 20 years.
Dude, Ludwig, by the way, he messaged me a little bit. He messaged the yard Discord that we're in to coordinate stuff for this. And I put this connection together. He always texts or messages like he's driving, but he's never driving.
Dude, oh my god.
My God.
I think you
message
actually have a
this week,
disorder.
You sent me. Almost sent me over the edge with the one you put this week.
What?
It was unreadable. I'm getting.
Yeah, go
Don't
read it,
look
go
like
read
a
it.
foreign
I'm
guy
getting
on a
it.
bus
I'm gonna read this.
who doesn't know
don't
what he
say
did.
What. Don't say what like you don't fucking
Me
know.
and Aiden are both.
I don't.
No, you know
I
what's funny?
actually
What was
don't
funny?
understand how you could have sent
The
this.
way to
one.
verify that this is actually insane is me and Aiden are both on a plane. We're both doing the exact. We're not even near each other on the plane, but I know we're both doing the exact same thing. Where you check your phone for one last sweet time before the plane
Yes.
goes off and you're disconnected. And we both read your message at the same time, and in the same second, we both send what?
And,
Yeah.
and Aiden said, dude, what does this mean?
Here is the okay. So here is Ludwig's message. We're talking about the context is we're talking about what time we will do the podcast at because we usually do it on
because
Mondays.
we have to do a different time this time.
Ludwig sends this. I'm having a hard time not laughing. And you do Tuesday off at Envy or back early.
So already we can already assume he meant to say, can you do Tuesday off? Him typing out the entire sentence, messing up the first word, is hilarious. And seeing it and being like, okay.
Hold on, but really quick, can you do Tuesday off?
No.
No,
See,
yeah, it gets
that's
more.
That's
not
no. That's what I thought at first, right? But then I thought about it more. Because can you do?
It's like a Rubik's Cube in your head.
Can you do Tuesday off? Still doesn't make sense. And then the last part that he puts on
They
it
tags me, so I have to read it.
is or back early.
And it's like,
So what does that mean? Does that mean he is Nick back early? Is he coming back early?
Yeah, what did you mean?
What does it mean?
Do you have Tuesday off or are you back early?
Wait, do I
that
have?
still
How
doesn't
is
make
that the
sense.
message?
From work.
That still doesn't
How
make
is that?
sense.
How is that what you meant here?
Look,
think about what you wrote
you guys
and
have
what
to
you meant.
understand.
No.
There's
we
nothing
don't.
to understand.
Because what
The
could you have
time
possibly been doing?
I have
both of those be
saved
true?
from writing that out.
Can't I be
and
back
skipping the
early
letter
and have
C
Tuesday off?
helped this company tenfold.
No, it hinders it. It hinders everything.
No.
It makes us
Hinders
mad.
No,
Just
this was key for the business.
Because
So-
I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. That was the thing. On the plane, I'm sitting there and I read the message like 5 times.
I don't remember sending this.
And I'm literally
I know you
I'm
don't.
literally trying to decipher what you possibly could have typoed. And then I decide to say, what does this mean? Because I
Fellas,
still cannot
I think
figure it
so-
out.
Damned if you don't reply. Damned
listen.
if you do.
There's a condition called
My
There's a
God.
condition called dysgraphia, where people, when they try to write, it kind of comes out like a jarbled mess. Like it's just like a brain thing. You can't really process. I literally think you should go to the doctor because you have a disorder when it comes to communicating over text. I genuinely think that. It's happened with tweets.
I'm good.
Happens obviously with us.
I have dysgraphia. I'm really good at writing bars and insulting other people.
No, don't. We're taking.
You know what the second one's for?
Okay, fine. You know what?
The hood.
I can't wait till you message him again, and then you think about that moment.
Hey, I'm
You
getting
know
by
what?
fine.
I
You
can
know
wait.
why? I like this theory. This is great.
Because
But you showed me old Ludwig messages from your old house
Dude,
chat,
oh
and now
my
I feel
God.
like
One of the
something happened.
One of the funniest things you ever said was when Ludwig sent you a message and your reply was just like, I think you said something like, "You're like a machine," or like you said like you're like an AI. Like I can't remember exactly what it was, but you didn't even respond because you could not fucking read it, and you were just like, "You are like a machine."
I'm gonna look up the old gamer chat right now, the gamer house chat,
I think it was Discord you said it in.
and I'm gonna search, dude.
But I'm getting better at responding, right,
no,
guys?
dude.
Well, you are
You also
responding.
didn't remember that you did.
You're responding with like wingdings, if that's helpful.
Before I wasn't replying, so this is a step up.
I guess technically it is.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
all I need.
Yeah.
We're getting there, baby, inch by inch. We
I
all have our demons. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Oh,
You can't just
this
keep
is
saying
funny.
idioms.
This is when we got our internet shut off, and we all thought it was like someone downloading movies, and it was the Pokemon ROM. And the way you revealed this, because I think we told this on the podcast, but the way you revealed it, it's like I found the culprit, and then it's just a gif of yourself turning around with a weird champ shirt.
That's a good.
And
gif.
it's like it's the shit we were dealing with for like a couple weeks, and you made a fucking you reacted with yourself about it.
It's
Me.
a good gif. I
Po-
like that
Pokemon
gif.
Knock it
ROM.
off. You're so one of you had to be torrenting something. It's just fucking.
It was the business at risk, boys.
Anyway,
Turns out it was
yeah,
me.
yeah. I think you have a disorder, and that's okay if you do. But if you did, it would make me a lot less mad at
The
you.
disorder is being a fucking YouTuber.
Dude,
Yeah.
right? You think Jimmy's the same way?
I know he is. I talked to him.
It was like it's like when I messaged Mizkiff when we were planning his merch, and I'd send him like 4 questions that he had to answer, and he'd answer half of one.
You guys have to understand that I think every single like streamer YouTuber has min-maxed to some degree. And I'm somewhat far gone and you guys roast me, but I was with Jimmy and it's like that's a different world.
Yeah, but he's also like
What do
so
you mean?
loaded that he can afford that. I think you want this insane Bezos reality where like you don't have to literally think or do anything that isn't fun or interesting ever.
I think you're smoking weed because I'm still literally messaging you guys. Jimmy has 2 personal assistants that he has deal with all that. And he also deals with every single thing like Steve Jobs picking out the next iPhone. He'll like, we'll go to Taco Bell and it'll be like, get me every quesadilla. And then you like present them and be like this one. And then you just dispose of the others.
That's what you want.
No, that's not what I want. And that's not what I do at all. I'm just like a normal functioning human, but I'm bad at messaging and things like that. And you're extrapolating as if I'm doing that, but I'm not even close.
I don't know. I'm saying that's what you want, but you can't
But isn't
like
it fun?
achieve it.
When we extrapolate.
I could achieve it.
No, but you can't. You don't have
I'll
it right.
PA up, bro.
You don't have it right now.
It'll be fucking Zeke in the building.
Zeke would fucking blow his head off
Yeah.
of his body if he had to deal with you.
Zeke would
I'm
have, we'd
not
have a great
kidding.
time.
He needs emotional support all the time, and you give 0.
I deliver that to him. I coddled him when he came to LA.
Yeah, because
I
you were in a
nursed
studio
him.
apartment. You had no choice.
I nursed him like a baby.
That's actually a very sweet story. Zeke has told us before, but Zeke had like nowhere to stay. He was visiting. He was like getting a job at Team Liquid. He needed a place. He ended up staying at Ludwig's studio apartment, and they just played Kingdom Hearts for like 12 hours a day.
It was like those videos where you find like a baby animal covered in oil, and I brought him back and
Yeah.
used Dove
And
soap.
you stripped him down
Yeah.
and poured the soap over
Yeah.
it.
It's gonna be okay.
slathered.
and you guys just play Kingdom Hearts.
Every
and,
time
like,
the
on
door
your,
opened, he tried to run away. I'd be
your
like, no,
filthy
no.
floor. And it's actually very sweet. It's the old Ludwig.
Yeah,
You would do the same, but you just wouldn't be in the room.
he'd have a nicer room, but I wouldn't be there with him.
And you'd be like, I gotta get to work.
I'm gonna go live.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I think I'm not great at messaging, but I try.
An attempt is made. That's for sure.
And
Look,
anyway, well, that's our
all I
weekly
will- all
complaint
I
about
will
Ludwig
cede
communication.
Is that it's gotten a little better, and that message
Little better.
was mind blowing.
You don't bring up the good messages.
I
The
said I
good-
do. No, I do.
No,
I do.
Hold on.
No.
I do.
The good,
No, you
the
know
good
what they are?
messages are just messages that I can read. They're just normal messages.
I'm like a sound guy, all right? Only get bitched at when I fuck up, but nobody compliments me when I'm nailing
I
it
do
day in and
compliment
day
you.
out.
Remember
Not
when
on
you
the
were
pod.
when I sent you that video of the TikTok
Not
in
on the
Russia where
pod.
everyone was screaming,
Uh-huh.
and I sent that to you, and you said, "Bro, send me funny ones."
Uh-huh.
That was really funny, and I complimented you.
Well, here's my problem: is when Ludwig sends clear, articulate messages, it's because he's saying, "Come down to my stream room and be on stream right now," or something that he needs.
You know what
Yeah.
it is?
He does need.
Yo,
things.
here, can someone turn on the AC?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're very
those ones-
articulate.
I'm
Those ones are
burning.
articulate.
When you need
every
a
time.
task done for you.
Not only are they
burning.
articulate, but you throw
And
in
by the way,
like, little
Ludwig-
analogies about how cold or hot it
Ludwig
is.
daily asks us to fucking change the AC for him and make it colder. We literally have a wireless air conditioning system. All he has to do is
Oh,
Just
he
get
don't-
the app.
No,
all
Just
he
get
has
the
to
app.
do
will
is
never do
download
that.
the app.
He will
Just
never
get
do
the app.
that.
He can go on his
Oh,
phone
you
and go,
fucked
beep,
up
beep, beep.
today, bitch.
why is that?
4 times he's DM me saying, I'll show you how to get the app
No,
tonight.
no. I'm not your fucking chaperone. For one, if you want someone
Then why did you say I'll show you?
I will if you fucking ask me to. Because you're the one who wants the
You
problem
said
solved.
I'm going to show you tonight.
I do not need to solve your problem.
And you don't exit your room.
He is hired to do that.
Cave demon.
You can ask him to do that.
Cave demon.
Why you don't join him and saying cave demon?
Cave demon.
Don't shake hands.
Cave demon.
Cave demon.
Cave demon.
No, I like wake up from a dream. Stop it.
You're getting pissed on my mom's tower.
That was very dangerously close to musical theater. I hope we never get there
I
again.
love musical
And
theater.
the cave demon came in.
Hey, what do we
Alpharad
have?
pops out of the fucking hut.
Zipper, let me get a time. I think we're about ready to wrap
Yeah,
it
we've
up.
been cruising and bruising.
Like I did with my dad's condoms.
Come on, man.
I can't believe
Keep
he's
the
cheating on
ball
your mom.
rolling a
Yeah.
bit.
Can we talk more about how your dad cheated on your mom in the premium episode?
Yeah. No. No. It's weird. You're weird and cringe. And Mr. Beast won't like you.
Dude, he would totally like me, bro.
I don't think so.
You're Mr. Beast.
Where are
bro.
we at? By the
You
way,
get it?
there's a quote in Mad Men where Burt Cooper gives Don Draper like a raise out of nowhere, or gives him a bonus, and he's like, "What is this for?" And Burt Cooper just says, "At your age, you've met everyone there is to meet." And I'm like, "Fuck!" And I've always thought about that.
What does that mean?
It means that you get to an age where you kind of meet every single type of person ever, right? And that's how I feel like what Mr. Beast is like.
Wait, but why? What about the raise? Why?
I don't know. That's never answered.
That's what I was confused
Burt
about.
yeah.
I was not confused about that sentence. I was
Ask
confused why
Matt
he
Weiner
replied.
about that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think people like Mr. Beast they have met every person, and that's kind of weird. And I hope
Like
they,
he has met every person.
yeah,
He
'cause
played poker with Tom Dwan and Phil Hellmuth,
that's tight.
which is crazy.
like for fun.
Yeah.
Did it get mixed?
I think he
You can
was
always win a
mixing
hand.
them, and then they brought out poker pros, and then he got mixed, and Phil Hellmuth was like, "Get out." He's
Jimmy,
bleeding. He's
Jimmy,
bleeding.
go.
Speaking of old people, there was this guy on my plane who was very old, and he was.
But he had a baby dick. Weird story.
yeah, and he
Don't know where he got it.
he was talking to Siri on his phone as if she was like a real woman, and there was two people in front of me who actually listened to the podcast. Shout out. Me and two of these people are listening to this guy, and he's talking to Siri, but he's saying like, Siri, I need to know when I get off the plane where to walk. Where do I go? And Siri's like, I'm sorry, I don't. He's like, Siri, you're misunderstanding me. And he's like saying her name the whole time. Siri, what I said to you was, no, stop talking, Siri. So you don't understand. I need to know where to go. And it obviously has no idea. And I'm like, holy shit, do I help this person?
Steve Jobs
Can
is
I help this person?
cackling in hell right now.
Yeah, it was like a toy designed to fuck with old people.
Siri, you bitch.
How old?
80.
That's
I'm
really
imagining the
old,
Irishman
dude.
Joe Pesci in his weird
really
3D
old.
effects, being like, Siri, you bitch, come on,
Dude,
just
I
tell
worked
me where to
at
go.
Apple Care for 2.5 years, talking to like people like that, just trying to help them with just the easiest issues to solve, and it was torture. It was truly torture. I would throw my headset at the wall because I would be talking to someone for 90 minutes on how to reset their Apple ID password, and they'd be like getting more and more frustrated.
You worked from home, right?
Yeah,
Did you ever work butt naked in the nude?
Yeah, all the time.
not often.
But you did. You fielded at
did
least
do it.
one customer service call
Maybe.
with your cock and dick and balls
It's not
out.
very comfortable to be on like a mesh wiring chair with
Yeah,
no
yeah.
shirt on.
Well, yeah, but maybe you're like laying on the floor and you're naked.
No,
and you're,
I'm not
I do
like
that.
you.
And you
I
look
don't
Yeah,
French
I
and
do
beautiful.
sit in. What I would do
I do
is
that.
I would be on the call, and then I would throw my headset at the wall in frustration, and I'd go sit on the couch, leaving the call open, and they'd be like, "Sir, hello."
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and I just fucking walk
What?
away.
That's crazy. I would love to see
That is awesome.
I would well after like 2 years of doing it, fucking 2 tours, it gets demoralizing. I can't handle because it's so monotonous. It's the same bullshit. And you are measured to a T on metrics like how long was the call? Did you resolve their issue? Was their survey satisfactory? And it's like all very cut and dry.
The this call will be recorded for quality assurance guy is like, finally.
Yeah.
I got some TV.
But you can play the game a bit because like I would bump out calls with like like more hip people. And it'd be like 10 minute, 10 minute, 10 minute, and they'd want like 20 minutes total. So like I could squeak out an 80-minuter. So sometimes what would happen is like you would get connected with someone on the phone on hold, and they would have their phone on hold, and I just wouldn't talk, and they wouldn't talk,
and then hang up.
No, they wouldn't hang up. It would be silence for like 80 minutes, and I would just leave it on, and I would just like watch anime or like play video
Oh my
games.
god, that's so degenerate.
This guy
That's
on Nick's
so
plane,
degenerate.
what like was a victim of yours.
Yeah.
And then
You abuse this old man.
or what would happen is I would finish a call, but it wouldn't hang up. It would be like a house phone, and they just wouldn't put it in properly, and so it'd just be on,
Dude.
and I wouldn't talk, and I'd let it just play out. And one of the times,
Hey.
my boss was like, "Hey, listen, when your call is dead silent." I was like, "Weird." She's like, "Yeah, I'll check into the system. I think it's been having some bugs." And I'm like, "Yeah, for sure,
Shit.
bugs."
Dude,
Because outside of that, I was killing the game.
this reminds me of a time when we lived in the piss and shit house where there was like this website that you could make two people call each other, and then it would send you the recording of their conversation, which is like a pretty big breach in privacy, but pretty funny prank because
It's illegal in some states.
it's like me and Ludwig.
all states.
Not all states.
Yeah, no,
probably.
because this is not even. This is
recording a call.
recording
Yeah,
a call that you are not a part of is definitely illegal in all states,
it's
right?
It's like a single party consent laws. It's like
There's one-party states or
one of the
two-party states?
One of the people on the call has to know.
Yeah.
Not both. It depends what state you're in.
But I think California's 2-party.
I think
The
third
problem
party.
is if neither of the people in the call know, no shot you can record that, right?
So,
Unless you're the government.
allegedly, I'm on this website,
Yeah.
and I was with someone, I can't remember who, and we made Neeper and Viddy, our other friend, Video Waffles, call each other, and we were like doing this to a couple of our friends, and like we were like listening because it's always funny. But with them, we made them call each other, and the thing is like you get a call, right? So then you answer, and you're like hello, and they're like hello, and they're like what's up, and then you're like I don't know, you called me. They're like no, you called me. It happens on all of these. They both answer, and they're like hey, and then Viddy's like hey, and he's like what's up, and he's like nothing much. He's like, oh, okay. You want to go play StarCraft? And he's like, yeah. Like, okay. And they hung up and they played video games together.
Yeah.
And I was like, what
Yeah.
the? We literally orchestrated them playing games, and neither of them questioned it.
It was like a coin landing on its side.
it was fucking. It was
Nick's just there like trying to set up couples, like who would be good for him.
It was the sweetest call of all time.
In a more fun version of that. Well, I guess fun because there's no. I guess you're still fooling somebody. But Sergio would send back in old Anther's Ladder. He would send a connect code. And Sergio sent Neeper a code. It's like, hey, play Melee with me. And then he sent David Chong a code. He said, play Melee with me.
I made 'em play
And they
each
made
other.
them play each other.
Yeah.
And it was
Oh my
really
God.
funny
That is
because
funny.
and Sergio was just like doing other things.
Creative.
That is creative, unless the skill disparity so high. Like if I sent like Aiden Mango's code, and then Aiden would like either immediately know or it like get frustrated if it was just like someone marginally better than him.
No, you know what happens is Chong comes downstairs. He's like, I took some games off of Sergio. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting
That's
better.
fucking funny. Speaking of doing shit on the internet, I've been trying to film this video on what's the website where you can randomly call people and then you might see someone jerking off?
Omegle.
Omegle.
Chat
Omegle.
roulette.
And we are IP banned.
From Omegle?
From Omegle.
Mhm,
That's
yeah.
you. You did that. You were on that.
Yeah.
You're the only one that
You're
uses
the
that.
only one that's used that.
I think
you get
one of
banned
you
from
guys
just, like, going
need to
on?
come clean because it says our IP got banned on Omegle. I went on for the first time and I didn't know what.
No.
We'll
listen.
tell you guys in the bonus episode.
Oh, sweet.
Oof.